You're good.
We're
Whenever.
good. Hello, everyone. I'm Lex. I'll be DMing tonight. But before we jump into this story of cataclysmic proportions and warfare, we're gonna do some announcements. Justin, if you want to take those away.
Hello, everybody. Some announcements before we begin. As always, well, we don't have a Tiltify page anymore. Yeah, we do have a Tiltify page. Color change. You can check it out. I usually post it in the VODs. It's a really great charity. Support it if you can. Still looking for an alternative to Card because Card, getting into stuff. So a link aggregate. That'll just all be in the VODs as usual for right now. This is the anniversary one shot tonight. The 4-year channel anniversary. So it's been going on for a while. Lex is taking the hot seat tonight, and then next week we'll be back to our regular schedule. Yeah, and hopefully Codex Legendarium this Sunday.
Hopefully.
Kate, you got anything?
Yes, I do. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy
Oh my god.
Yeah! That's all I got.
Alright, I gotta go.
Alright. Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us.
Do you have any announcements?
Or
Happy birthday.
we hit that mark. We hit that mark.
Yeah. My announcement is that Happy Birthday is in the public domain.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is? Finally?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Also, I have an Etsy shop. If you want to get Justin a birthday present, you can visit my shop.
I'm not giving anyone my address.
Plan.
That's how you get swatted and doxxed.
Link is in the Twitch chat. Back to you, Justin.
Alright. Hey, Lex, it's your turn.
All right. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So, we'll get this started. The threads of fate and time are the interwoven threads that bring together the cosmos. Upon such a tapestry rests an immeasurable number of lives that span through every plane and dimension. Each thread is accounted for in grandiose configuration of the endless woven piece. Some threads are cut short, while others are everlasting. Some threads are simple without divinity, arcane, or anything in between. But no matter where one turns their gaze upon the infinite, one will see threads so intricately woven together. To understand Del Nazra present, we take a chance to step into the past. Long before Del Nazra, we've grown to know and cherish. We go back 2,000 years into a seemingly bleaker time when the now world breakers sought and successfully fractured the entire continent of Anundiel. We trail the interwoven threads of 6 individuals deep within the city of Halasar, the battleground between Asmodeus and the now world breakers. The end is nigh. Everyone, you have felt a considerable shift within the air. Whether it was your meal tasting acrid and rotten, a sharp throbbing ache in the back of your head, or your chest constricting and tightening. No matter the feeling inside of you, nothing truly prepared you for the first sound of war. A thunderous explosion rocked the entire city. The reverberations of the first indications of something not right pulsed through the city, alerting everyone within. No amount of time could have properly allowed for the mustering of a defense against armies of monsters, demons and devils, fungal and dead, dragons and drow and fiendish spiders, and even monstrous sea creatures. Each of you aren't like many others, though. Each of you have a life within the city, even some beyond. But this place is your home. It's a place to protect. These people are your people. These monsters trying to destroy any and everything you all know and love. And as the city begins to fall in chaos, I want to know what each of you are doing. We'll start with Alice, Sunbeak.
Elise Sunbeak is a Erokokora monk. She grew up in her father's caravan and became an adventurer. Then, after a few years, with a large sum of money that she had found, settled down and joined the city guard. And this day, she has been assisting the citizens of Halasar to evacuate, as well as assisting her captain. So that is what she is currently doing.
All right. Next up is Jack.
Well, Jack's been around, seen a thing or two.
Wow.
Usually he's been called in to sort out some bandit problem or other, like any sieges, that type of thing. Big things bothering people. Here he was just visiting his grandma, and all this shit went down. Went to the highest point he could.
We'll get to that.
Started. Yeah.
So,
And yeah, that's what he's doing.
Jack, I'm going to go with you for really quick. Jack, as you are Grandma Mayweather, I don't know, Merriweather, maybe, are you trying to board her up in her home? Are you trying to get her to the closest,
Yeah.
What are you
She's
trying
just
to do?
like, yes, dearie, still making this soup.
Okay.
Like, not now. We gotta board this place up.
So you kind of knowing the impending doom of what was going to happen was all there. There were small signs, and upon the wind, this isn't the beginning of a war. This is the beginning of a battle, of a long-standing war that's been happening all across the way. So there's been talk of potentially something happening here. It can kind of end up here. The suddenness of it is shocking. That adrenaline that you get pushes you to step back as you're going to kind of board the place up. You know that she has a cellar. You know that there's some of her neighbors are also kind of elderly, but they also have some, younger family. You begin kind of gathering them, but you know kind of what you need to do is get a full analysis of what's going on. Luckily enough, your grandmother lives close to a large lighthouse that sits on the coastline. So giving her a kiss to the forehead, you race to this lighthouse.
Yeah. All right, I'll be back. Huge swig of a flask.
Okay. You race through the city. The sounds are overwhelming, or they would be for someone who isn't so acutely aware of what they need to do, so hyper focused on the goal, on a task that is set before them. You make it to the tower, and it's to the lighthouse, I'm sorry, and you don't even really give the proprietor a moment to speak. You know what you need to do. You kind of just barrel past. This is a much older gentleman that you can make it up to the stairs faster than him, get a look at the city, and he would just be cresting the top of the stairs. So you race to the top. You get to the top of the lighthouse, and you get a fairly good view of the city. There are buildings that are taller than the lighthouse. The lighthouse is strictly to keep this, the ships, but you do get a nice view. So looking about, a couple things that you notice. So this is playing into, if you want to write these down. The first thing that you notice is a large fungal-like giant. It's huge in stature. There are fungus growing all what appears to be wounds, like grievous wounds that it's inflicted, but the fungus is kind of growing out of that. So for your benefit, I've kind of jotted down, if do you want, I'm going to give you 4, I think 4 are the most prevalent from your insightful ability. All right. So if you want any others, let me know. Their strength, obviously, is superior to yours. Their dexterity, their lumbering, it's inferior to yours. Their HP, you can imagine, superior to yours. Their AC, though, is inferior to yours. A large creature, not much covering it. It looks, getting a look at it now, it looks maybe like a stone giant. You're not sure. It's lanky, but it's kind of bulbous in a way that it's swelling. Also looking at it, you can see that some of the fungus is actually shifting and moving like it's living. All right, next up, from the ground, you kind of turn your attention away. You see bursting from the ground are, it's like from a horror movie. There are hundreds of spider-like creatures and dark-skinned elves. You know them to be drow. But you see walking, or actually striding upon what appears to be a large chariot that is actually pulled by like 8 driders, which are half spider, half elf, top elf, almost being pulled along. You see this matron, this female matriarch. She is speaking. You can't really see. You could see that she's directing with this like spider-like staff. She's directing her troops. You gather that she's some kind of commander. Her strength is inferior to yours. She looks more like she is built for potentially commanding. Her dexterity is also inferior. You imagine she probably, you get the sense that she probably is, maybe leans a little bit heavier on the casting side. Her health, though, the way that she holds herself and just her air that you can just gather from that is superior to yours. Her AC is superior to yours. She's wearing full plate or plated bits, which look more like bits of almost like spider-like armor pieces. But what pulls your attention as well is a place that you may or may not have been before. What once stood in the center of the city was what was referred to as the Spire of Crixie. Do you think you would know what this spire is, Jack?
No. His grandma moved here, like old people moved to Florida. His grandma moved here. And
Okay.
New place for him.
You've heard of it.
Yeah.
You know of it. It's hard to miss. But what you see is, and you gather this just from your ability, is that the top portion of this, which was once a domed ceiling that contained what appeared to be a large telescope. It was an observatory, easy to piece together. But you notice that it's completely flat. It has been utterly destroyed. The whole dome has been just blown off. You do notice 4 individuals. They are emerging from what appears to be a large portal. It is fiery around the edges. There's a deep red-black center. And you see that they step out one after the other. One is get my notes here. One appears to be a pale blue fiend-looking creature. You gather that potentially it's a tiefling? Female. The hair is done in a bald on the sides, but a singular thick orange braid that goes back to her head. Her armor is this dark, what appears to be dark leather that's lined with this thick white fur. And upon her back is this massive crystalline battle axe. You get from her that, actually I'm going to do this for all of them because they're pretty much all in the same playing field. The second individual is this half hunched over, sickly looking. There's boils, and it seems to be like there's this dribble of like ichor that falls from the side of their mouths that kind of keeps close to her, almost underneath her arm. And you could see that they there's these thick black bulging veins beneath this bright, like, bald head. There's just these veins that creep up to the front, to the eyes. But you can also see that they have some armor as well. It's this deep green. The next individual is surprisingly refined, tall elven woman. The hair, a deep obsidian color that falls to her back, almost to her lower back area. From the glint of the light from this portal that they step out of, you can see that there's a golden glint to her skin. You can assess that that's actually like scales. It looks like they're draconic looking scales. But you can also see the reflection of pieces of what appear to be black stone, and you know that to be obsidian that's embedded into the flesh. The fourth individual is the most unsettling. They are walking with a purpose and a stride, but their skin is black and charred. It's cracked. You can't make out really any distinguishing features upon them. And you see that blood just slowly kind of from where a wound appears like it slowly heals up, it cracks in another place and you see it begins to bleed and then it heals up again. Their armor is this deep black color as well. Their strength is all superior to you. The way that they hold themselves and their armor that they're wearing, you can assess that their dexterity score is inferior to you. Their HP, or their health, they all appear, they just joined the battle. So they're all in pretty pristine health. And their armor is equal to yours. Any questions?
Well, we're fucked. Another drink of
And
the
you
flask.
you make your way down out of the lighthouse?
Yeah, he tries to scan for the strongest resistance and tries to give information based on all that.
Okay. Now there is the city
just where
is
it's moving,
yeah, the city is
so.
filled with a bunch of other things, but those are things that kind of pulled your attention. Those are kind
Yeah.
of like, whoa, those are big red flags. These are all, just for your notes, within the center of the city. This is all happening within the center. All right. So Jack, as you join the others of this larger resistance, we're going to move over to Sir Varden.
All right. I'm just paying respects to my children's graves before I do my patrol on top of the ramparts.
Okay. Do you want to describe yourself a little bit?
Yeah. Violet-skinned tiefling. Stands about 6'2". Probably in his late 50s, about 57. Completely bald. Salt and pepper bushy beard. Amber-colored eyes, and wears armor made entirely of brass and covered in like spiked pauldrons. Wields a longsword, also made of brass, and a kite shield emblazoned with the head of Bahamut.
So once this erupts, do you stay on the ramparts, or do you make your way down, or what's your goal?
Ramparts was just patrol, so he'd be going to see what he could do in the city itself.
Okay. Next,
Reluctantly leaves his children's graves and into the city.
All right. Next up is, I'm gonna say this on Yerk.
You know it, baby.
Okay.
So Yerk is just getting their shit together. They got their cloak of displacement on. You know, they never leave home without it because you never know who's gonna come after them. They know in war that, you know, it's sad, but to make people happy, sometimes you just gotta concoct a little goodness in different forms, a couple of different home brews. So what they've been doing for the past little while is they've been trying to pack up some gear to, you know, make sure it doesn't get lost or harmed, you know, packaging it into some, you know, nice bundles, you know, some good old oregano and flour. Yeah,
Packing spices.
packing spices.
All right. Doing anything else? Kind of where you are.
They're just like keeping a lookout, just kind of like shit, do I gotta go? Do I not gotta go? Like, they're very just like on edge, peeking out windows, making sure nobody's coming in or coming for them.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, Trumpf. What are you doing when this all starts?
I was down at the pub with my mates celebrating a win we had just had. Getting right pissed, you know. Fucking tossing a few back, making sure that the victory was celebrated proper.
Okay. And as you are downing your, I don't know, 10th ale tankard.
You'd see a centaur who's got a 44 shaved into his chest, because that's his number on the kit, on the pitch. He's part of the kit. He's got a match. He's got a beautiful fey tree on the back, tattooed on the back of his, between his shoulder blades. That represents all 4 seasons of the Feywild, and the branches extend out onto his hands and his arms, both being winter and summer, which is what he calls his fists.
Yeah. And when shit hits the fan, when you feel that first rumble of this, I mean, you and your group are kind of, you know, hoof deep in worrying about the game and all that. You heard of war along the horizon, but it was hearsay. You know, it was rumor. Nothing really held. You know, you're focused on what you needed to do. But once that rumble starts, do you stay within the pub and just continue to drink?
Oh, fuck it. Those tossers want another rematch? Fucking hell, let's go.
Right. So you bust out of the tavern, and you and your group, your mates, begin to take to the field, take to the city, and just, yeah. Okay.
Tip of the spear then, lads. Let's give them something to fucking go about. Toss a few of these plonkers round.
Oh boy.
Let me get myself.
Spot on, Caleb.
Perfect. All right. As the war continues to wage, what we're going to do is we're going to time skip a little bit. As the war continues to wage, with no true alliances from the armies of the now world breakers, there's the combat is just chaotic. It's there's no real rhyme or reason. Jack, it throws you off a bit because you're expecting there to be some kind of it's kill or be killed. It's very it's weird. It's crazy. But each of you receive a ping, a summons from an individual from the University Arcana. And you know this place to be prestigious as fuck. It is secretive. It's in the sense of like hidden away. The summons do not direct you to where the grounds would be. You're actually directed right back to the lighthouse. You meet with this individual, and as each of you are looking, trying to observe, even you, Jack, you can't get a bead on what this person looks like. Feminine features, masculine features, blue eyes, green eyes, hazel. It's like their face is ever shifting, almost like you're looking through a foggy mirror. Maybe it's war, maybe it's what's going on, maybe it's the adrenaline. You just can't get a good bead on this individual. But the miracle requests of you. There's something powerful disturbing our casting. A few of our apprentices have died trying to maintain hold on the necessary incantations. We are limited in number, so we've called upon each of you to aid in the ensurements of the city's survival. From what we have gathered, a rift lies within the central portion of the city. Jack, that immediately pings. It has started to sap the flow of our abjuration magics. Be swift and return to us when the task is complete. One last thing. A warden awaits you just beyond.
All right.
Now, the reason why you were called upon could have been a promise, a favor, a debt, maybe. Whatever it may have been, you showed up and you heard these words. And no matter why or how, standing here, momentarily tending to whatever wounds you may have been inflicted, these words of this mage resonate in your head. But as you, Varden, as you say, all right, it's almost like each of you blink simultaneously and the figure is gone. You stand alone, just the five of you right now.
I will draw out my Dragon Slayer longsword and ready my shield.
All right. This will be time for any kind of preparations, potentially any castings of some kind of preparatory spells that you would like to do, or something like that.
So Lex, if I remember correctly, it was just those 4 that came out of the portal, and the others were coming out of somewhere else, or all 6 of these things came out of that portal.
No. The 4 individuals that came out of this fiery portal, that was separate. All the others kind of came out of their own. The fungal giant, you just watched as it moved past the large building and it caught your eye. First thing to see. The drow matron that you saw burst through the ground.
Yeah, thank you.
And this portal, you watched as you were drawn to this portal at the top of the spire. That's saying a rift that coins it to you.
I don't give a hell who any of you are, but as long as you're helping us, we got some intimidating assholes coming out of that portal. I mean, I'll give you a laydown of what they actually are. And he'll mention the tiefling with battle axe.
Okay.
The bald fucked
When
up
you say
looking
that,
dude.
1 second.
Yeah.
When Jack describes his tiefling, Alice, blue skin, bright orange hair. The battle axe is new.
Sure fucking is.
She was typically, or they were typically cold. They were used to being wrapped in thicker white leathers or leather armor that had thick white fur underneath. You don't know why that sticks to your head. It could have been any other blue skinned tiefling with bright orange hair.
I'm staring at a purple tiefling right now.
Yeah. But you know that you know who that is. Or you know exactly who that is. It's Freedom.
Are you sure, Jack? Are you absolutely sure? That is what you saw.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good distance away, but I mean, look at these things. They're perfect.
As enlightening as this is, and I appreciate the information, do we really have time to chit-chat?
No, this is important. It's all right. So there's this other bald fuck that's got like this crazy ass shit coming off his dome, necrotic veinage, something or other. Then there's this elvish woman with like gold skin, like flecks of black stone, maybe obsidian, coming off her, or within. And then there's this black charred fella. Like all of them, way beyond my. I mean, you see my muscles. They're way beyond my strength capabilities. But if any of y'all got any like things that'll slow people down, that they don't look like they could dodge much. So if you got any of that, prepare that type of thing.
Well, introduce myself, Sir Varden Marsh, captain of the city guard. I know my way around, so.
All right. Well, that's good. Don't need that. Everybody ready?
Anybody doing anything?
Making
just
sure
takes
all my
out
stuff's
a
there.
little.
Okay.
What's Yerk do?
Yerk.
Yerk just takes out a little baggie, and they just kind of go under their cloak, and all you hear is,
Oh.
Snuff
and
bag.
Yerk just hands it towards Tromf, seeing that they've had a couple of drinks, and just like, on the house. Let's fucking get this shit done, bud.
Yeah, I'll take a little snoot.
Yeah. And as
Toots up half the bag.
and as Yerk is like letting everybody go,
No.
they're just going for this like. They're just like, all right. So we can't let this place go down. No, we can't. We got too much shit tied up in here. You never heard this, Brandon over there. You know, I got my good shit stashed here. I got a good operation going here. We got family. We got friends. We can't let these fuckers take us. Where else are we gonna go, huh? It's too good. We got it going too well. And during this, as like there's almost like light coming off of Yerk during this. It's like they're getting really impassioned, and they're casting motivational speech. So every one of you gets 10 temporary hit points,
Nice.
and I'm doing this at the 4th level. So everybody gets 10 temporary hit points. It lasts for an hour, and you have advantage on wisdom saving throws, and if you get hit by an attack, you have advantage on the next attack roll you make.
Cool.
But once your temp hit points are gone, that's done.
Okay.
Oh, Lex, I forgot. I have the durable feat, so when we did the whole hit dice thing behind the scenes, I got back to full hit points because I forgot the minimum I can roll is an 8 on hit dice.
Okay,
Because
that works.
durable, yeah.
Perfect. So, Yerk gives this motivational speech. You all kind of feel empowered. Elise, you kind of feel your mind kind of settles just a little bit, but it's there in the back of your mind.
Jackson's like, we're gonna fucking die.
As the 5 of you begin to make your way away from the lighthouse, as you kind of step through, you round a corner and you hear a heavy scream of pain and the sound of combat as each of you turn and look around, and you see this. Sam, would you like to describe your character? You are muted.
I just said that, yeah. Is a scream of pain coming from him or from something?
You are massacring a small contingency of drow that are just, you're just bashing them to smithereens. They kind of crossed you as you first got into the city, and
Gotcha. Okay. So, swinging around, just probably just all of the drow just have like hammer wounds on them. The last one is actually probably in the process of at a distance where he takes the hammer and throws it, and it just flies forward, smashes in the face before flying back into his hand. Hard to see, dwarf stature, presumably a dwarf, but hard to tell because he's covered head to toe in full plate mail. It is a green tinted mithril plate mail. It has just like the slightest like scratches and dents and just wear and tear of age. It looks like it is far older than just one person's usage. Very ornate looking shield, just like Crusader style bucket helmet, and long cape. And then and this is Kieran Ambergrave.
So Kieran, you had received the same almost desperate message. It had a little bit more of a desperation to it than the others. But you were told that you were going to be meeting with a group of eclectic individuals. They told you to kind of pay attention. There will be a bird folk individual, and a centaur. It's hard to miss. And a tiefling. Sorry, Jack and Yerk, you're kind of humanoid looking, so distinguishing that, but you immediately see these kind of, as you catch the hammer, some of the nasty bits of headpiece from the wound and blood dripping off. You kind of give it that nice little splash away, and as you turn, you see these individuals kind of coming up to converge to meet you. You got delayed to get to the lighthouse by this group of drow.
Are you the ones I'm supposed to be meeting with?
I fucking hope so.
Yeah, if you're looking to get into some Barney, let's fucking go.
I assume
Yep.
so, yeah.
Kieran, I'm going to ask you: is there anything on your armor or your cloak or your weapon or anything like that that's identifiable iconography of what a warden may be?
Probably just like the green tinted armor, probably, and just probably has a slight like vine and leaf motif throughout the plate mail as well.
Does Kieran, I know underneath the armor, but does Kieran have any kind of scaling or any indication of their bloodline?
Under the armor?
Yeah.
Little bit, yeah. It would mostly be just like under, like a little
neck.
bit, almost like a collar on the neck,
Okay.
and then also probably around the wrists.
So nothing that they would be able to see just looking, even through your visor, even through your, because I know.
Probably not. No.
Okay. Anybody who is from the city, has been here for 10 plus years, go ahead and roll me a history check.
25.
25, all right.
18.
18, all right.
23.
Level 16.
16.
Level 16. All right, so each of you would know, or have at least heard of what wardens could be, or what they stand for. Sam, I'm going to let you go ahead and describe what you imagine a 16 and up would
Okay.
know regarding rumors, hearsay,
Just add
anything
these
of
to
that
my
sort.
world building notes.
A like primeval order of like nature-based defenders, but primarily like more like material plane-based defenders of the world. The nature-based focus is less because of like a particular like druidic natural bent, and more just because like back when this organization was started, that's what there was. There wasn't an alternative. A bit of a draconic influence as well, though nothing too terribly over. Just like kind of like a vague connection there that's a little tenuous at best, and also generally very few and far between in terms of their membership, and they're seen very, very, very seldom.
Here, saying that, you are the last warden currently.
Mm-hmm.
The warden before you, or one of your fellow warden, she was a female. She had bright golden skin, beautiful golden blonde hair. Elven. Her name was Morlin. She was called the Golden Warden because she had golden scales.
This is so cool.
She was of golden draconic bloodline. She disappeared. And I say disappeared in the sense of she left. The message that you got from her was that she was going on a... refer to my notes. She was going on a pilgrimage. She said it was going to be about a century-long pilgrimage before you saw her again, of healing and self-reflection. You don't know what she was trying to heal from or what was plaguing her mind. But the last, I would say, 20 or so years have been pretty lonely. Any means of contacting her have gone without. You two were the oldest. Okay.
Can someone send me all those notes at the end of the session?
Yes.
Thank you.
Actually, I suppose Kieran would have lifted, like, the front of his helmet lifts up like a welder's mask. Just so he probably would have lifted it up to see just like an older middle-aged looking dwarf with like a bit of a beard, scarred, and like around the base of the neck you can see just like red dragon scales.
That was a very impressive entrance. You wouldn't happen to be a warden, would you?
That is me, yes. Kieran Ambergrave, last of the wardens.
The last.
That sounds impressive.
My
Might be joining
condolences.
Appreciated. But for now, we have no time for grief.
That's right.
Instead, let's cause some.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I believe that's this way.
All right. So, is there anybody? Are y'all? So, how are y'all moving through the city? Y'all are, again, just a reminder.
Mhm.
I'm not going to keep on saying it, but there is war going on.
Yeah.
There are yells of terror and panic. You could feel rumbles within the city. The smell of sea salt now where you are is prevalent.
Oh, great.
I would
Jack.
rather smell sea salt than blood.
Right. Jack, your grandmother's house is gone. Water has now, you notice now as you kind of stand there, there is a about ankle deep amount of water that is in this, that has been crashing over from the ocean. The lighthouse really being the only thing standing.
Grandma can swim. Drinks for this flask.
I'm gonna make sure my belt of fire giant strength is good.
Nice and secure.
Make sure my ring of jumping's on. Fasten my cloak of protection, just to be safe.
Okay.
And actually look around to see if there's any like children screaming and in peril.
No.
Okay, cool.
What you're seeing now is you're realizing where you are now. A lot of forces, both of the city and beyond, have potentially been washed away or pushed
Yeah.
deeper into the city. As y'all are standing there and y'all begin to move away, you hear it's almost like the smell of ozone a little bit, but you hear this like almost like this sucking sound, and you look back, you can see there's like this wave that is lifting that is going to crash down again.
We have to move
Yeah.
now.
Gotta go.
And
Move
I'm
out,
gonna
everyone.
I'm gonna fly just 10 feet above the ground, not going super high.
I'm gonna run as
Okay.
fast as I can.
Y'all are we moving at a fast pace?
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Right.
Okay.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
All right. Starting
in
it off.
my heavy brass plate.
Yeah, it's you truck it, truck it. You're leaving little indents into the obsidian, just cracking it. No. So Justin, if you want to start me off, can you go to roll me a D100, please?
Why?
I don't know.
It's for all the times that you made us roll D100.
All right. Hold on. Calm down, everybody. We're getting there. I don't know how to make dice to... Okay, yeah, here we go. Send to everyone. Hopefully everyone will see my public roll. Six.
All right.
A D100?
So y'all begin to move quickly, kind of just keeping your focus on the task. Varden and Jack kind of leading the way. Trump, you kind of know where you're going. Headed toward this. Where are you headed, actually?
Portal.
Okay, so you're headed to the spire. All right. Did you tell them about the spire, or you just know you're just kind of directed them to these four figures appeared from this rift here?
Yeah, well, like the whole thing is because
Okay.
that portal specifically is drawing power from something that will, I mean, the wards that they usually have on this place are weakened because that portal is there. So we're going there to take down that portal with whatever means we can.
So, but you tell them where the portal is located, like that it was
Oh,
on the spire.
Absolutely.
Okay.
yeah.
So everyone again, even you, Kieran, you've heard of this. It's called the Spire of Crixie. The Spire of Crixie is actually an observatory that charts astronomical objects, the stars, the planets, etc. But it also observes various positions of the planes that are in conjunction with the prime material plane. So essentially how this works is they can dictate when some of the other lower planes become close to the material plane. And that dictates, that's a large amount of planes that exist. There was never any, that y'all know of, there was never any attempts to breach that. It was just you essentially, they had a way of tracking that. None of y'all are or members of the Spire. None of y'all have the abilities to keep these records like that, so none of y'all really know what the specifics were. But that's knowing that it was a beautiful place. It was opulent. It was almost dead in the center of the city, and
Yeah, it looked pretty neat before it fell to shit.
not wrong. All right, so as you begin running through the city, keeping a fast pace, Kieran, you feel it. Jack, you feel it on the back of your neck. Something ain't right. And as the two of you glance up, I will say anybody with a perception of 16 plus.
Nope.
Passive perception of 16 plus.
Yeah, nope.
No.
It
Yep.
was all that. Okay, so everybody but
11.
Okay, so everybody but Sir Varden.
He's too focused.
Okay, yeah, Sir Varden, you're just kind of keeping stride in front of everybody. All the others kind of turn their gaze over their shoulder, and y'all see this large, massive form swooping down from the sky. Sir Varden, go ahead and roll me a d6, please.
It's my birthday.
I know.
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Exactly what you
no,
want.
This is a great gift. Destroy my creations. I love it. 6.
I need you to roll me another d6, please. Actually, I need you to roll me 2 d6s.
Hey, surprise!
As you watch,
die.
as you watch the form, which was a singular form, splits, and there's 2 massive dragons descending
11.
down. Okay, so what are the 2 rolls?
Oh, 5 and 6.
Okay, so you rolled another 6.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bump back. You see a white and black dragon are flying in conjunction with each other. They're dipping out at an angle, and you watch as their mouth lifts. And y'all are actually, as you kind of curve to avoid this, you notice that they're curving as well. And y'all are running into a large thoroughfare where there is just combat galore. There is cities guards, there are drow, there are undead that are just kind of like creaking around. And you see now, Jack, you notice it, that fungus giant that you saw, there's other undead creatures that have this fungus growing out of them, just engage in battle. And you watch as both of them open their maws and they blow a stream of cold and acid just down this thoroughfare. I need a, I'm going to ask what side of the thoroughfare you're going to go to as you kind of round about. Who's going to be on the left-hand side and who's going to be on the right-hand side? I'm not telling you what side the dragon's going to be on.
I'll be right.
Okay, so
Left.
right-hand side. Left.
I went right. In
So
my
you
head,
went
I
left.
said right when it
Left.
happened.
Right.
Well, I'll take it left.
Okay, so everybody
Butcher.
who was on the left side, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw. Who was on the right-hand side, go ahead and roll me a con save.
Yes, I get +10 to those.
Real quick, if they're on the left side, are they within 10 feet of me?
So essentially the left-hand side is going to be, if you're on the same side as Kieran, you get Kieran's nice boost.
+5.
So, I have a +1 right now because of my cloak of protection, so that's a con save of +11.
Nice.
26.
Cool.
Uh,
Cloak of
it's-
protection not factored in?
I did no.
It
no,
should be.
You have, it. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it'd be 25 then.
25 on the dex.
With Kieran's +5, it's a 33.
All right.
Nice.
Monk.
Ah,
Monk
Did
everything.
anybody roll below an 18 for either of your saves?
Baby, what's it to you?
What'd you roll?
What about I had too much euphoric dust right before this. I'm not gonna lie. I rolled solid 10. That's what they were packing up beforehand.
Okay, so the left-hand side.
It's super unrefined at this time.
Oh, I
Perfect.
know, 100%. Yurika's trying to make it better.
So everybody that was on the left-hand side, it's 21 total damage.
So
Left-hand side was the black dragon, so that was the that was the dex save, so acid damage. So if you-
Evasion.
Okay, so you
And
just,
Success,
shield master feat.
okay,
successful. I just take
Half.
So on a success, you take half.
yeah, you'll take
Advantage on
against effects. You can see while not blinded. Oh shit! I'm gonna roll.
So you would have
at
advantage on that dex save, yeah.
Well, I already rolled a pretty high.
Oh, well then you're good. Yeah, if you rolled
I
over an
rolled a
18, you're
21,
fine.
Yeah. Okay, so then 10 damage.
10 damage. 10 acid damage. Everybody on the right-hand side, if you rolled over an 18, you take... I'm sorry, the total damage was 24 cold damage.
So I'm resistant to 12, so I would cut the 12 in half to 6?
To 6, yes.
Hell yes.
Yerk, you take the full 24. Unless you have some kind of spell like absorb elements, maybe. You can still have the reaction.
You think I have that?
I don't know. Okay,
think
okay.
I thank you for thinking that highly
Yeah, of
of me,
course.
Les.
The left-hand side, pretty unfucking phased. Right-hand side, Yerk, you were actually taking up where you're kind of positioned. Varden kind of pulled up ahead of you, and you actually clipped like some leg, just like a blown off leg, and you stumble a bit, and as you do, you have no time to brace yourself against the cold, and it takes you. But the dragons just keep on. They blow through this thoroughfare, and they decimate everything else in front of you. Not all of them are dead. Some are very, very heavily injured, but most of them, kind of like the others that survived, kind of enemies. A lot of the undead die, but a lot of the more sentient enemies break off. These are adult dragons that just bombarded you. Justin rolled the the 6. All right, so you continue onward. Does this affect your movement in any way?
Wait, so
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I
Go
think I missed a beat there. I know we're trying to get this through. The cold damage, that was how much?
So it was 24 total, but if you rolled over an 18, it was only 12.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be checking to see if any of my men in the guard are dead. How many are dead and how many are not?
Okay.
Cares for his people.
Okay, there was luckily enough. Most of the guards dipped. They saw you rounding the way, and there's some kind of instinct to look that direction, and a lot of them dip. So you have about 20 of them that are kind of frostbitten a little bit. 20 of them total. There's some dead that are dead. There was about 40 or so total, but they kind of break off again. They thank you, but they have other things to do as well.
Dude, that's hilarious because you were just running. You didn't even see him. You were just running, and they just see these dragons behind you as you're running.
Something prickly on the back of your neck, Varden. Kind of coined you to it or had you there, an alert. All right, are y'all moving at the? I'm gonna ask again. Are y'all moving at the same pace?
Yeah.
Or okay, you are continuing.
I probably did a small little circle just to keep up my momentum, but I can catch up quickly.
So easily enough with your unbelievable amount of
29 miles an hour.
Yeah, speed. All right. So as you begin to run through the city again, you coin that there's an alleyway that y'all can cross through. That is actually going to kind of cut down a little bit as you move through that direction. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Who's within 5 feet of me?
At this point, all of y'all would. You would, if depending on where you position yourself. Within 5 feet.
Or 10 feet. 10 feet. Sorry.
10 feet. Okay, that would be everybody.
Yeah, that cloak of protection isn't adding any +1s. So
really, mine is.
Hold on. I think it does to the.
You have to attune it.
Yeah, I was mistaken.
Okay.
All right, so that's a 9.
Plus Kieran. Kieran, what's your total that you get?
+5.
Everybody
So
gets a
14.
+5. You're okay.
Yeah.
Is
Kieran
this-
would intentionally stand within 10 feet of everybody as much as possible.
Is this a spell or magical effect?
It is a.
This is not a spell or magical effect. Does
Well,
that affect that, Kieran?
Nope.
Or is it just okay? Trump, you would
Plus,
still
with
get
all
advantage.
saves.
You would
I'm
get
sorry?
advantage. You would get advantage because I think your
Oh.
danger sense or whatever.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
I rolled a
dex
9. If you need to get on my back, I realise you're sort of a potato.
A
Okay,
potato peeler. You're a healer.
Did anybody roll below a 16? Who all roll below 16?
15.
Oh, no.
9 plus
Okay.
5. No, wait. It was a
Um,
9 plus 5, so 14.
All right. So as y'all begin moving through, Trump, you're actually your four-leggedness is actually working an advantage for you because the way that you stride is different than moving on 2 feet. You kind of bypass this, but you kind of leave Varden and Urk. Not just blaming you, the others kind of notice it at the last second, seeing as you are moving through, they notice the shifting of what appears to be these thin threads, like silken threads that are like along the base of this. Kieran, Jack, and Alice, you're flying, so you really don't have anything to worry about. I need to remember that.
Nat
Jack
20.
Jack and Kieran, y'all watch as Trump kind of runs a little bit ahead, and you see the movement and you kind of begin to leap over. Varden and Urk, you catch it and you just kind of run through this thread line. And there's a moment where, not that big of a deal, and you watch ahead, even of Trump, there are these large sack-like webbing sacks that are suspended. And as y'all pop these lines, y'all stop for a second, like realizing what happened. You begin running. Trump, you actually make it past as the first one impacts the ground with a heavy, almost like explosion as these hundreds, thousands plus small spiders just explode out. And there are 5 of these sacks that hang and that begin to fall.
I think that's called a squelch.
There you go, squelching sound. Thank you. Perfect. So I need, as you fail the dex save on that, but you do get a dex save to avoid getting brunted with spiders. Unfortunately, because 2 of you did fail, this is going to be on everybody except Trump. I'm letting Trump run ahead because of the centaur kind of having. See, he takes a lot more space. He's a little bit heftier than everybody. It's like bringing a horse down a back alley. It's not fun. So everybody make another dexterity saving throw.
This is plus 5.
Yes. Trump, you don't need to.
21.
Natural 1 for a 5.
Oh no.
Oh wait, plus 5.
6.
10.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nat
It's a
2. Nat
Okay.
2.
Quick question.
1.
Are these separate effects coming after us, or is this all like one blanket effect?
So this is going to be a separate effect. This is you avoiding the spiders that are exploding out. So
Okay,
technically it'll be
so-
a separate effect.
Oh, because I have the Shield Master feat, and it says like I can add my Shield's AC bonus to Dexterity saving throws that, against effects that target only me. So are these like targeting us separately, or is it like just
it's
one
targeting the
area?
alley? It's essentially
Gotcha.
like
Okay,
traps.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Spider
10.
10. All right.
Natural 1 for a 10.
All right. So anybody that rolled under a 15?
17, thanks to fucking Sam.
10.
So 3 of you rolled. Okay. It's not a lot of damage. It's poison. I think some of y'all get.
I'm resistant
Oh.
to that too.
Okay.
Yep. Dwarf.
Tiefling something.
But how much do I take?
Monk.
Oh, I actually rolled.
Yerk
rolled
was
alright.
too busy trying to get that frostbite out of their arm when they walked into this yard.
You take 11. If you succeeded, you take 5. If you failed, you take 11. If you're resistance, you take 2.
So are they within
So I would take 5 because I
30 feet of me? Like is Jack
The others?
yeah,
the others would be within 30 feet of you. Yeah.
Did any of you take full damage?
I would have taken
took-
5 because I'm resistant to poison.
Did anyone take 11?
I did.
Since I'm raging and another creature within 30 feet of me took damage, I can use my reaction to reduce that damage by 4d6.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ancestral Guardian.
Yeah, it's dope as shit. Rolling that, so if it's over 11, so that's 1, 5, 1, 3, so that's 9. So,
I will
You
add
take
9 back.
yeah.
There you go.
Sam,
Keep your
Yeah.
fucking feet chopping!
do you have a dwarven thrower?
Oh yeah,
All right, yeah.
favorite,
All right.
favorite weapon.
Pick it up, son. Chop, chop.
All right, so
Fuck, did I get myself into?
you
Move those
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
hams.
y'all are kind of just slapping away. Some of y'all, you could feel the spiders still kind of like underneath your armor, but they just begin this swarm of spiders just begin biting down on all
I
of
can't
you.
get at them.
Yeah, and you just begin to kind of like wiggle as much as you can to kind of like get them. You can still feel them, but you're bursting through the alleyway right behind Trump.
Who's like giving everyone like a fucking jock smack on the as they come in, just smacking everyone as they come in.
I make sure I fly above Trump so he can't reach me.
Dip. All right. Okay. So as you burst out of the alleyway, you can now see, all of you can get a clear view. You are actually, it's almost like a main road that leads to, so the spire sits, and there's a large courtyard area that a lot of like studious academics went and hung out and relaxed, or citizens did too, but that was typically what it was used for. You know that the courtyard sits where you're running in from. You're actually running, you would have to go through the courtyard to get to the spire, because the spire is like, the entrance to the spire is within the courtyard. You see that up ahead. You all get a clear view. Everybody, I think everybody has over a 10 perception.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is here? Okay. As you're looking, you see that what was once just like almost like a circular, where the dome was completely blown off, but it actually there's this weird mass, 3 like extra chunks that have like formed and grown to create this larger, like almost sky spire that expanded out the typical area where it was. You see now, from where you're coming in from, you see that there is which, Jack, this wasn't here before, what appears to be the top of a very massive throne. And above the throne, you see this large fire-ringed rift with this black-red interior. Also, from where you're standing, you see, from your viewpoint, you see actually 2 points, what appear to be these beads of light. If you want to get like a better look at it, like if you really want to focus on it, go to roll me perception checks. But you see these 2 beads of light, one's red and one's blue. So this is while y'all are running up to.
Are we all making
Rolling
perception
a-
checks?
you're rolling a-
Whoever wants to focus on it. If you
Okay.
don't really care, if you're like it doesn't really worry too much about that at the moment, but I'm leaving it up to you.
7.
Trump roll with 10.
13.
20.
13.
24.
So Jack rolled a 20, Kirk rolled a 24. Kieran, what did you roll?
13.
13 as well. All right, Jack and Eric, you see only ones that really can focus enough on this. There's also monstrosities and such like that flying and cutting through your vision, so you're kind of like, the others are kind of like making sure to like dip a little low. But y'all get a clear sight, or kind of as clear as you can get. There appears to be a smaller pillar-like thing holding up another, what appears to be the back of a chair, like almost like the back of a throne, and this bead sits atop it. And you can see these small strands of the red. It connects, looks like it connects and waves into the portal. I'm going to say it's very reminiscent of Harry Potter whenever they're doing the protection spell. It's like that flow of energy that connects to it. That's what this is. You see that coming from the blue and the red, but also because our road very fucking high, you see there's a couple of other strands, but you can't see exactly where they're coming from. You just see this like green, another green color, and like a deep reddish black color that is like connecting into the portal. So you can ascertain maybe there's other bead-like things. All right.
I'm not a magic
group-
person, type of person, but I think there's some fucky shit going on with these.
Yeah, I have a little bit more magic, Jack. But I concur. I concur with that conclusion.
I agree.
What?
Up
It's
there,
all
you
the
see
same
it?
to me. It looks like something that needs to be smashed.
Can I fly up and try to interact with one of these? The
So
blue
this
one?
is
Or is it,
this
like,
is about, it's super far. I say super far away. At this point, it's about 300 feet. The courtyard is about at this point the courtyard is close to roughly across is about 200 feet across. That's how much the courtyard takes down front. So y'all are about 100 feet from the entrance of the courtyard. You can certainly fly up if you want to, but there are large dragons, there are devils that are flying and like cutting and engage in combat, but you're more than welcome to if you want to try to fly up to it.
I want to try to like blend in with if there's like any smoke in
Blend
the
in?
air. Blend in with the smoke, fly through the smoke, and try to like.
There
just
are
do it
pillars
with
of
my
smoke.
mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
The others, are y'all running into the courtyard? Running to the courtyard? What are y'all doing?
We're seeing these threads come off this portal, right?
Yeah, that are connecting to these beads of that have pillars that are
Yeah.
that are on top of where the spire, the top of the spire sits.
All right. Oh, they're all heading to the top of the spire.
So the top of the spire is this 3-point mass, right? You saw this large throne. You saw the top of this large throne with a rift in the middle.
Mhm.
But also on that large mass, you saw close to the edge are these pillars with smaller thrones on top of them with these beads of light that are connecting into the rift.
Okay.
So this is all 150 plus feet above your head.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we just gotta go up.
I touch my ring of jumping to myself and triple my jump distance to 75 feet.
Okay.
And then I just jump straight up if I can and just try to latch onto something.
75 feet.
Yeah, 25
Well, there's
times
a
three.
so there's a
direction,
yeah
not
there
up.
is a courtyard you'd have to go through. The you're not at the spire yet. You're running in the direction of where the courtyard of the spire is. So there's really nothing to like.
Okay, never mind
You
then.
could go jump on another building and try to, but yeah, at this point you would have to get to the courtyard to get to the spire. Elise, go ahead and roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
You,
Come on. No, that doesn't look good. 13.
Okay. Trump, were you saying something?
I'm taking the dodge action as I'm flying, so I'm going a little slower, so I'm dodging.
Okay.
Potato, do you need a ride?
Am I the potato?
Get your potato peeler, healer.
All right, I see. Actually, Lex, you mentioned something about one of the spells that I have.
Mhm.
I realized that actually that's not something I can just pop in and out of existence. Can I just like, is that around anywhere?
Do you want to call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let out. Actually, I believe I have a ride. I'll just lift up the helm and then whistle.
Okay. There's this whistle, and Elise, this whistle pulls some of the attention that you were trying to avoid. Just, RP works out how it works out. You watch as Elise, you coast around this pillar of fire, this smoke pillar, and as you coast around, you manage to get up to about the same height to see the top of where the spire is, and as you do, you feel a heavy impact. You feel this mass of flesh. You know what these little demons are. You don't know how the fuck it fell from the sky and hit you, but a lemur just collided with you and impacted you hard into the ground. So as you are hit, you start to fall down. Go ahead and you can make a dexterity saving throw to try to correct yourself.
Okay, that's a 26.
26. So you manage to pull the demon off of you, and you just watch as it falls to your group, the group below, and y'all see just this flesh just impact with a nasty squelching noise and just explode out. It's dead.
I imagine
Elise,
I like grab it by its wings, and then as I do like a barrel, I just grab it off me and throw it to the ground.
oh, there are no wings on this thing. It was like a very bulbous, fleshy mass.
Just got launched at me. Great.
Yes.
Yeah, Lemire's are gross.
They're
by
like the lower
Whatever
end.
appendage it has, I just grab it and then
Okay.
barrel and throw it to the
Throw
ground.
it to the ground. Okay, so
Yeah.
as you do that, you're distracted, but you hear this like whistle sound. And what's your AC?
It's currently 22, but does that me throwing the Lemire count as an unarmed strike?
Sure.
All right, then it's up to a 24 because of my
24.
agile
All right.
fire.
Yeah, you hear this whistle, and it's not one whistle, it's actually multiples, and there's these, you catch it just at the last second, that noise coined you to it, and you shift around and you see about 5 arrows from another rooftop. There are archers that are pulled back, demonic in nature, and these arrows are actually long shafts, and they have what appears to be like this drill piece that shifts and turns, and it makes this whistling noise as 5 of them just blow right past you. Whatever cover you think you had is gone.
I'm just gonna shout "Katsu" and then fly back down.
You fly back down. Kieran, you let out this whistle. There's a moment as the others wait, and you hear this low rumbling snarl as bursting through what is essentially another alleyway on the other side is this. Would you like to describe it?
Yeah, just like big, thick chest, thick limbed, barrel chested, red scaled lizard with a little horn coming out of the nose, big yellow eyes with a saddle strapped to its back, a guard drake.
Cool.
Nice.
All right then, Goggles. Do you need a ride?
You're muted.
Right, yeah, that'd be me. Sure, yeah. Yeah, let's go.
And he'll like hop on.
All right.
I'm gonna dash across this fucking courtyard.
I'm
So
just
y'all-
gonna use the ring of jumping and just jump lengthwise.
Just like
And
bunny
it's at
jumping
will,
isn't
so I can
too
just at
strong.
will. It's every
Oh,
minute,
perfect.
so just 75 feet. And
Jesus.
if I'm jumping straight up, it's 30.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a dash is 100 feet because my moving speed is 50.
So I'll run
Dang.
30 feet, jump 75.
Jesus. Okay. Oof. Okay. 1 second while I get this together.
He's a,
'Cause-
he's a fucking grasshopper.
That's one of the
Uh,
spell components.
What size is the
Yeah,
drake
not
again?
bad for a pig.
Medium, technically.
Cool. Okay. I need to add this to the
As I'm flying down, I'm gonna fly by Kieran and just say, "You almost got me killed. Watch what you do next time."
So Kieran, you
My-
have
My
below
apologies.
you a red little drake. All right, so this is on the map. All right, so as the group begins to just barrel forward into this courtyard,
Never seen a copper hopper.
Yeah, that's too hard and lush.
all right, so as you enter in, I'm going to reveal this to you. Please refer to the map.
Oh,
Okay. So each of you would kind of get an idea of what the courtyard is. So within the courtyard, directly opposite of where you're coming in from. So y'all are coming in from the red awning.
To the left.
To the far end. The entrance into the spire is the far right-hand side, the green awning. So on the exact opposite.
all right.
So, what you see is essentially a meeting point, or almost like a crossroads of 4. Within the center is what was once a lavish fountain with a nice ceiling and some pillars that held it up. It was beautiful at one point. There was trees that grew within. There was a small little lake. There were sitting areas. It was beautiful. the statues that you see around, litter around, were actually statues of the different gods. But as you enter in, you all kind of burst forward. Go ahead and put yourself in the order that you would have run through the courtyard. I know, Trump, you have like,
Yeah.
what was it? 100 movement speed?
Disgusting amount of.
And Jack's on Trump.
30 plus 75 is how far I know it would be.
Okay,
It's a
so
105.
y'all two were moving almost at an identical pace, Varden. You would jump the remainder of the distance. Yark, I think you would be probably coming up behind.
Yeah.
Probably being the slowest, yeah.
Yerk's been to a lot of
Yerk,
like
need to
raves
grab.
and stuff, so very eloquently moving through like the debris, like you know what I mean? They're just dodging everything coming up behind.
I'm gonna move y'all right now. I'm just gonna get y'all into position, and then from that point what's that button? Left click to move your character.
Left click to move your token.
Move your
All
token.
right.
Yep. I've labeled
I'm
your
still having
token for
trouble grabbing it.
You need to go to on the right hand side. There's like a little hand that says.
There's a
move tool.
hand.
Perfect. The hand. Got it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Heard.
Ooh, and it snaps to the grid. That's nice.
It does. These are 5-foot squares.
Okay, I'll be right here, I assume.
Okay. Okay,
To be
so
considered the back.
the back would be closer to the you would be
Jack.
you would be
Here.
over somewhere in that direction. Yeah, coming up from that point. All right, so but what you see now, these statues are distorted. Any kind of visual representation of whatever god or goddess that it represented, completely defiled. Varden, you can see there is what catches your eye. You've made a stroll through here maybe once or twice. You know where the statue of Bahamut once stood, but now you see there is actually a dragon skull that is melded into the stone, and that's to the further south of it. But in the center where the fountain once stood, there is a dome of what appears to be reddish black energy that is surrounding the fountain. There are 4 figures inside of this stone. They are kneeling, their heads are lowered, and they're speaking currently. You can't really hear them. It's a low rumbling chant. From your distance now, you would have to either get a little bit closer, or I guess you would say, what would the group like to do?
I've never been one for church, so let's break up this service.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. Run, jump.
Okay, so how far are you going?
75 feet.
Okay.
Actually, how many squares are here? 5, 10, 15.
75 feet will get
30,
you
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65.
The way movement works.
Yeah, running jump. I can do 75 feet in length.
So where just you can throw yourself wherever you like. There's also a measuring tool. It looks
Lex,
like
how do you want to rule this?
Go ahead.
Long jump, strength score, if you move at least 10 feet. It's up to your strength score. My strength score is 25. I have the ring of jumping, which triples it to 75.
That sounds right. Yeah. 10, as long as you move 10 feet,
Yeah.
you can go. Yeah. So if you go 10 feet, you can go jump the rest of the way. Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds like how ring and jumping works. So
the
there is a ruler
ring of
though.
Jumping says, while wearing this ring, you can cast a jump spell. And the jump spell. You touch a creature, the creature's jump distance is tripled until the spell ends. So, however you want to rule it.
Sure, that works. I'm okay with that. If you press M, hotkey M, it gives you a measuring tool, and you can click from your token, and you
cool.
can measure the distance. It should, and this is precise, so it's every 5 feet. So.
Okay, so
This
I
is-
would jump and just. Is this like a tower?
So the spire is straight ahead. You'd have to cross over the fountain area and
Oh.
these individuals to get to the actual entrance to the spire.
All right. And they look like they're doing bad business.
They look like they're chanting, and there's this ominous looking dome around
Okay,
them
cool.
of energy.
I will try to jump behind. Move 10 feet and try to land right here.
Okay, so you're gonna, as you jump, you land, and then you land right behind this individual.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you kind of, are you bypassing through this dome?
Let's
Dome
say
energy?
I land right behind it.
Right at the edge. All right. Anybody else before we get anybody else doing anything? Kind of like this is your beginning round. They don't seem to notice you at the moment, even with Sir Varden landing right behind them.
Varden. Oh, go ahead.
No, all you.
I was going to say, if Arden's going to be leaping ahead, Kieran's going to be following shortly as shortly behind as he can. So he's going to move. I'm going to move just double move 60 feet forward. So it'll bring me to here.
Goggles, are you strapped in?
No, you didn't have any. You didn't come with any straps.
Dig your heels in, mate, and put on your big boy pants.
All right, if that's how this is gonna go.
Then I'm gonna, I guess if I can take 50 feet is just normal movement, I think, for Trump. 5, 10, 15, 40, 45, 50 is just regular movement. Can I dash? And I can't dash and attack in the same turn, right?
Right.
So I was wondering if I could, because I wasn't sure if charge counts as an attack. No, it looks like it says if you hit with it. Okay. So if you move 30 feet towards the target and hit with a melee attack in the same turn, you can follow that attack with a bonus. So I can't hit.
Not yet.
So then I'm just going to move the 50 feet and get ready for an attack.
So right there. All right, with Jax still on your back.
I mean, if he wants to.
Okay, well, we'll just say for the moment, because it sounded like he was digging in.
Yeah,
as you charge the 50 feet, Jack, if you want to stay on, you can, or if you want to hop off, you're more than welcome to. It's up to you.
He'll stay on just to see how this goes.
All right. Bringing up the rear, I'll move in the current Elise. We'll go with you first.
I'm gonna fly up to the dome, kind of in line with Varden, but up about 15 feet in the air.
Okay, so you're 15 feet up.
Yeah.
All right. And Yerk.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna kind of just chill back in the tree here, just kind of like being like, hey, take a look, cover, assess the situation.
The tree is dead, and around the tree are littered with burnt, scorched bodies. As you can see that there was some kind of engagement that happened within this courtyard.
Does the tree look like it's gonna fall anytime soon?
No, it just looks like it's odd. The leaves are completely bare. Dead leaves littering the ground around you, but it doesn't look like it's gonna fall. Looks dead. Looks like a dead tree. Maybe a heavy impact, maybe, but no.
They're just gonna kind of, look very. They're just gonna chill there. They don't want to get too close. They're gonna get squished.
Sounds good. All right. So right here at the edge of the dome, are y'all I'm gonna let. Is there anything that y'all want to do at this point?
I'm gonna wait for the captain's signal.
Okay. Sir Varden, you are a captain.
Yeah, commanding officer.
That's right. Not to any of you.
You're my captain.
Point the sword,
captain, my captain!
Point the sword forward and I guess try to run into the dome.
Okay. I will say this before you get there. Who speaks, now that y'all are closer, sorry, I should probably say this. Who speaks Infernal?
I can...
Or understands Infernal?
Understand every spoken language.
Okay.
I think you might be too far away.
What these individuals are chanting is, in Infernal, for the day the king of devils become the king of all is upon us. And they're just repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. The king of devils being Asmodeus. Yeah. Easy enough to kind of piece together. So you run forward sword first into the dome.
Yep.
And as you do that, we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Sorry.
Already? What?
Yeah.
No.
It's 11 o'clock. So,
An hour and a half.
yeah, we're back in 10 minutes or so. So, to the pre-stream video. All right, we're back.
Okay, so jumping right back in, Sir Varden, you are running sword tip first into
As
his
you do.
into this dome. Of,
Thank you for specifying sword before that.
You're
Your
welcome.
tip straight out.
So you are go ahead and
Unbarred.
make an attack roll as you get advantage. They are considered something.
Oh, okay. With advantage. 32 to hit.
30. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay, and I got a shield, so that's one-handed. 12 slashing damage.
12 slashing damage. All right.
Do I get
So
all
as
three?
you
Do I get all three of my attacks or just one?
So for the first one, I'm gonna walk through what happens.
Cool.
But
Yep.
yes, you can get those. So as you plunge the sword through the barrier into this person's back, you watch as it goes a healthy amount of way. Pretty much, you get about hilt deep past into the dome, and everyone, even yourself, watch as it begins to crack, and it explodes.
Oh,
So you don't get your 3 attacks, unfortunately, because
cool.
the 4 inside, as it explodes, you watch as they crumble. They essentially looks like they just turn to like ash and nothingness as whatever this force is explodes out in a 30-foot radius. So that is going to hit everybody. 30-foot radius starting from the edge of the barrier. That is everybody except
Yerk.
your good old bard, Yurt. So go ahead and roll me.
Yeah!
Go ahead and roll me a con save, everyone.
Am I within? Am I within 10 feet of? I am not.
No, I think the only people
Lulu.
within 10 feet are
Everybody else
I'm
but me.
just out of range.
And
Jack and
No.
Trump.
Elise
Alright.
is not. She's
Alright.
Elise is 15
I'm
feet in the
way
air.
up in the air.
You said con, right?
Con save, yes.
Oh, I'm good at those.
So +5.
For Jack and Trump, yes.
No.
28.
Oh,
28.
13. I rolled a 4.
All
A
right.
natural 20 for a total of 33.
Jesus. All right.
Was that with +5 added?
Oh yeah, I'll make my fucking pecs dance.
Right. So, Jack, you rolled. What did you roll?
21 total.
So the only person. Okay. So the only person who failed was Elise. So you're going to take the full damage.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I gotta roll my guard Drake real quick.
Guard Drake, yes.
Got a 23.
Okay. That is. Give me one moment. It's going to be fire damage. It is 35 fire damage.
Cool.
Ouch.
If you succeeded, you take half of that, which is
17?
17.
So I take half of that because I'm resistant.
Yeah, if you're resistant.
Cool.
Sam,
Quick question. Oh, quick
Círdan
question, actually.
is draconic,
So I
right?
take-
Do they get
Yeah.
the?
I take.
You don't actually get resistance. You need to like do a thing in order to.
Oh yeah,
So I
that's
take
right.
8.
Yeah, can spend 1 sorcery point to gain resistance to elemental type for an hour. So I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
But question: does this count as a spell?
Yes, it is technically a
Oh.
spell.
Then, in that case, because of my aura of warding, me, Trump, and Jack all have resistance to this damage because we have resistance to spell effects.
So it is a spell effect. It is. So you take everyone takes 17. Varden, you take
8.
8. Elise, you take 35.
Well,
Ouch.
And then
Go ahead.
so Trump
So then
and
Trump-
Jack would take 8.
Would take
Same
8.
with
Yes.
me.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry about that.
What's Círdan? Is Círdan have to take 17 or 8?
8.
Okay, I'll save it for later then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, is Elise in your range?
No,
30
has to be
feet?
within 10 feet.
Oh, I'm talking to Trump.
Oh, yeah.
30 feet.
Yeah.
Would I be within
'Cause-
30 feet?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're 20. You're 20 feet. Yeah, you're 20 feet away. 15 feet
got
up.
you.
I think you're at like
That would be yes.
8. Yeah, you would be within range. Elise would be within range.
Right, then I'm going to use my protectors.
Okay.
Then within the 30 feet, and you take away 19 of that damage.
So just add 19 back.
You were exactly 25 feet away, actually.
Nice.
Thank you, math man.
For the win.
Look, I have it. Wait. Look, I have this. I have my own equation for it too. You can't see it, but I definitely have my my math. Because I was like, what the fuck is this? So I have it my phone where I can just type in the numbers. All right. So
All right, keep your eye on the ball, little punch birdie.
as this dome, almost like ward, explodes out. Essentially these shrapnel pieces, fiery shrapnel pieces, explode out and burn and cut through some of y'all. Most of y'all being saved with some of the damage. You notice that what pulls your attention is at the door, the entrance to the spire. There was a similar glow effect, which you didn't get to see because you were all like running right at the dome, but you see that it also cracks and it explodes out, like the door of the spire explodes out as well. You all avoided that damage because y'all weren't close enough to it. But the interior is open to the spire.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, mission's still the mission. Keep moving, yeah?
So, is everybody looking a little bit hurt? Just.
I look great.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be worried. I'm switching the
fine for
maps. So
Okay.
Owlbear is going to shift really quickly for y'all. All right. So anything happening at this point, or y'all just
To the spire, I guess.
Yeah, we're moving.
Run it through.
I'm looking clean as a Vickers dinker.
okay?
Oh
Perfect.
boy.
What a
All right.
break.
So the interior of the spire of Crixie lacks anything of major note. The spirelings that once attended the observatory and the patrons within are nowhere to be found. There's burned and destroyed debris. A lot of the whatever knowledge that was in this spire at one point has just been completely decimated. Scorch marks, burn marks. One thing that you do notice now is within the interior, what wasn't reflecting on the outside, what on the interior, it looks like there's these veins of black and red, what almost looks like cracks. A good way to describe it is, if you've seen Stranger Things, it is the openings that appear. So it's very similar to how that's moving about, and it's splitting open. But you didn't see it coming from the outside, but it just looks like the inside while you're in here. There is a spiral staircase that leads to the other floors and ultimately leads to the top. But other than that, there is nothing. A lot of this stuff has been just completely destroyed.
Not exactly the biggest fan of the old apples and pears. So as long as you keep me away from windows, I don't want to see not a big fan.
Right. Right, yeah.
Okay.
What is going on here? I'm a little confused.
They're
You shouldn't
just-
be seeing anything. This is a new map, so
It's
it
just-
should be
it's-
like a big
it-
blank, weird blank spot, and y'all are at the bottom right.
Yeah, it's just stairs, right?
Yeah, like what would lead y'all to where you need to go is just stairs, but just the main point is that exploration within the tower will reveal, if you even gleaning around, that there's not much of note. The tower wasn't a place, or the spire wasn't a place of like magical means in the sense of having magical items or, artifacts or anything like that nature. It was really like an academic place more than anything, a place of study and knowledge and understanding of the planes.
All right, then, up the apples and pears. Here we go. Trump starts running
Yep.
up the stairs.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
I'm
follow
gonna leave
up.
my I'm gonna leave my guard Drake down here.
Leave you at the base. All right.
I'm gonna guard the entrance.
See if I remember how to do this. Probably not, but we'll see. All right, so I'm going to reveal a little bit for y'all of what you would be running up to. How will I say that? Come on. Okay, there it goes. Nope, I don't want to do that. It's probably going to delete this. All right, I'm just going to open it. All right, so
Ooh.
what you see at the top of this tower is quite a sight. So the spiral staircase leads to the other floors of the spire. All have been utterly ransacked, burned, but more importantly, it leads to the observatory platform. This area used to serve as a place for mapping and viewing the skies, while also possessing a means of gathering momentary glimpses in some of the other planes of existence, mostly associated with the elemental plane, the ethereal plane, the Feywild, and even the Shadowfell on occasion. None of that remains. Now, the entire dome ceiling and walls have been utterly destroyed and blown out. The contents of this area have been replaced by 8 pillars of different types of materials. Affixed to the top of them are thrones. You can place your characters on the stairs, by the way, wherever you think your order would be while I'm describing this. There are 8 pillars with the thrones affixed to the top of them. On the top of each throne is a fist-sized bead of pulsing energy. The 8 lifted thrones are currently occupied what appear to be bound winged celestial entities. They deeply resemble something corrupting them at the moment. Anybody either proficient in history, religion, you can make me a roll, or you can just do a free-for-all. If you think that you can achieve a feat of one of those, you're more than welcome to.
I'm proficient in history, then I got an 8.
So,
Nat 20 for 26.
Okay.
Or 21 history check.
So you can attempt a flat roll if you.
Yeah,
like.
you can roll a history check or a religion check, even if you're not proficient in them. Just see if maybe the luck of the roll, luck of the dice.
Look at the Irish.
do you mind if, when we reach this position and see all these things happening, that instead of that, I roll an insight into like the expressions and like what's going on the creatures around us?
Yeah, most definitely. This is just the pillars right now, so I'm pretty sure Eric rolled the highest. Eric, you rolled a 26.
E for his.
Your eyes roll to the back of your head, and you watch. Everyone watches as this light reflects out of Yerk's eyes, and from Yerk's mouth, you hear the words: "Upon 8 pillars of platinum, gold, and silver, the Sorellis remain. They are protectors, shepherds, and watchers. They are once embodiments of the divine, for the words that fell short of the gods were heard by them all." Hearing that, the Sorellis were, you would all know this, were essentially chosen chosen female champions. Best way to equate it is they were like the Valkyries. They didn't partake in a lot of engagement in like coming down and ascending, like descending into the material plane, but there was a comfort in knowing that someone heard them. The gods are infinite. They're, you know, it's hard to pinpoint if your words are falling on deaf ears, but there was that comfort that this small group, and looking around and seeing this, there were 8 of them, representative of the 8 good gods. So there are 8. There are 9 layers of hell, but the 8 pillars are representative of the first 8 layers, and that large throne is representative of a layer that someone, the King of Devils, rules from. And that portal is open behind there, and you see these streams of energy flowing from these beads into that.
Can we tell if it's keeping the portal open or trying to close it back?
It's open.
But are these beams of energy trying to close it or keep it open?
It is a... Go ahead and roll an Arcana check. While you're doing that, Jack, you wanted to roll an insight on the...
Yeah, 17.
Okay, so you take a look around, just gleaning over them all. They are in showing various visuals of some kind of corruption to them. They look in pain. Whatever is holding them onto these pillars is, you can't see it. It's not like chains or ropes or anything. They are just bound right now, like just held in place. But they all look in pain. Their faces kind of turned upward, and as the kind of energy flows through, you can just tell that something is pulling energy from them into this bead, and the bead is transferring it to the portal.
All right, I hate to be the guy to say this, but if we can't stop what's happening to them, we gotta kill them.
Trump.
Could I please? I'm gonna light my lantern of revealing, which while it's lit, it can burn for 6 hours, but it's shedding 30 feet of light, so invisible creatures and objects become visible. And you said we couldn't see what was holding them back, so I'd like to see if I can see what's holding them back, and run up to the Dis tower.
Okay.
It's a pillar that says Dis. Want to run up there and see if I can ascertain the situation and try and beat the hell out of whatever is holding it back.
So go ahead and move Trump over to Dis.
Yeah.
Jack, if you're staying on.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be right next.
So
right
y'all
on,
go to
on
that
there.
one really for me really quick. Elise, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 7.
That was Justin's token kick.
You're over here. Sorry. There you go.
All right, friends.
No worries.
I've been grabbing. Yeah, here's
Not
some
a worry. Easy fix. Yeah, you can't really tell. It looks like they look like a power source. I'm just gonna say that. So it looks like they're gaining energy from that. As the Trump and Jack veer around to this pillar, which the pillar of Dis is a black iron pillar that resembles a castle's battlement. It is dark at the base and slowly grows red hot toward the top. Affixed to it is a fist-sized bead of green energy. The individual that is bound their body appears to be covered in lightning scars that glow a very vibrant green color. As you hold up your lantern revealing, doesn't reveal anything. But you could see now, getting close, at the scars, they seem to trail up to the head, and where the head is pressed against, there's like this energy that touches, that goes to the bead. But as y'all kind of round about, what you would have noticed, the others as well, sitting before on each of the arms of the throne, just sitting with their legs dangling off, are 2 individuals. One is a blue-skinned tiefling with a single braid of bright orange hair, having a battle axe lay across their legs. The other is the, Jack, you would know, the elven female with the gold scales that go and the obsidian that's embedded in the skin. And they're just watching y'all as you kind of get up, and then Trump immediately takes off to Dis. They're just observing.
I'm gonna send you something, Lex.
Okay.
I just landed to see if anyone's trying to cheat on the pitch, and it looks like there's no one cheating us. I don't understand
why this fucker's getting his life energy sucked out of him. Goggles, you got a fucking theory, or are we gonna go brain these motherfuckers watching?
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking that. Yeah, we're gonna have to brain these motherfuckers watching.
Yeah, let's fucking brain them.
Okay, so while y'all are doing that, the others, Yerk, Kieran, Elise, are y'all doing anything? Y'all go to.
I'm
If y'all are
just
doing it, let me know.
staring at the
And also-
throne portal.
Okay.
My eyes land on the blue tiefling, and I fly towards her.
Okay. So go in and go about halfway to her for me right now.
Just kind of like trying to get closer to investigate. Like,
Okay.
probably like right about there, yeah.
One second.
And as I fly away, I just say, "It can't be."
Okay. Kieran, you do anything?
I would like to use Divine Sense really quick, just in case.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, wait. Measurement tool. Haha. So let me double check.
What's your radius?
60 feet.
Okay, you have a 60-foot radius. 1 second. It's a
So I
radius.
just double check. Yeah, I just double checked
There you
that.
go.
Ooh. Look at that.
Wow!
That's awesome.
Wait.
Spell effects.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait.
That's a 60-foot radius. Is that what you meant?
It is?
That is 60-foot radius. Yeah, you're kind of if it's centered on you, right?
Because
Should
it's
be
weird. Because okay.
Yeah.
Because if I go, that's weird. Okay. Because if I use the okay. Because if I use the measurement tool, it says like 45 feet to the edge diagonally, but that's by D&D measurement rules. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I
So
will
from your main
move-
points, 60 feet. So
Right. Okay. Then I'm gonna let me just.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll move. I will move to right here.
Okay.
And then use it.
So you use it, billows out.
It's. I can sense anything affected by the hollow spell and know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay. Upon the arms of the throne, 2 fiends. From the from the pillar of Dis, from the Malbog pillar that's south. I will indicate these for you here, and the oh my god, I'm gonna say this wrong. Maladomini to the southwest are. It's weird. It's a mix of celestial and fiendish.
Okay. Then with Elise going towards the throne, I'm just gonna like not shout, but like because I'm like 10 feet away, call out to her, just like, those are fiends they're heading towards. I don't know what kind, but not good.
Elise, as you begin to fly forward, you watch as Freedom begins to stand. And as you get closer, she reaches a hand out. But you watch, the others can watch as Freedom's left hand is holding on to the battle axe in a battle ready and an attack ready action.
I'll charge the throne too.
So you run at the throne.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
charging at the throne?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tromp as well. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
I'm on
You're on
Trump's
that.
back. I'm
Yeah,
on
you know,
Trump's back. So
just right.
okay.
I can't believe he went up the fucking stairs on his back. That's amazing. Because I'm gonna kick you off.
Kieran, for your point of order, the female elf is Morlin. The one sitting is the female elf is the golden. She's beautiful. She's always been beautiful, either by respect or, you know, if you actually found her attractive. There's that level of that, and you could see as this blue tiefling begins to stand, she actually is going to begin shifting off. like she's gonna hop off of the arm of the throne. We're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
Oh no. Why do I always bomb my initiative?
Why did I get a good initiative? I didn't want this one.
Jesus, y'all rolled some really good ones.
Did we?
Freaking bomb it.
No? Okay, we'll start combat. Okay, so taking up the lead is, in the very back, is Yerk.
What the fuck, guys?
So, Lise, you could get Lise, I'll let you get about either 10 to 15 feet closer. She hopped to the ground.
Okay.
I want to do the thing, but that might be really stupid right off the bat.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Yeah, it's like a dragon using their breath weapon. Gotta do it right out the gate.
1 second. How far is Def 5? 10.
Rib.
Lex, would I be where I am? Like 60 feet to either of them?
So you would actually have to move up to the top of the stairs. You can see the blue tiefling.
Okay.
You can't see the female elf.
So if I got to like the break there, I could
Yes.
see both.
You would be within 45 feet to the elf and about 45-ish, maybe about 50 feet to the tiefling, because they're on about the throne is about 15 feet tall, like where the arms are.
This might be a little bit of a stretch, and you can just say no. Just
Okay.
do what you want to do.
Sure.
Do either of them look less Dexy than the other one? Totally.
I'll let you make the call. The female is wearing armor, like a heavier plate style armor, so metal armor. The tiefling is wearing a leather, like a dark leather style armor with white fur. So leather versus metal. Leather versus male. Leather versus...
Metal, they'd be less Dexy.
There you go.
Yes. So the one that's wearing leather, the one that's wearing metal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We're just fucking go for it. I have another 2 shots if it fucks up. I'm just gonna, look at that one,
Mm-hmm.
and you just see Yerk they're just like touching the tips of their fingers, like they're kind of like they're a little twitchy, little itching. But they start twitching their fingers more and more, and it gets more so erratic, and it looks like there's almost like this dark energy starting to form at their tips, and the darkness starts to turn more into green crackling energy, and they just kind of quickly flick the wrists and their fingers towards the one that's in the heavier armor. It'd be super cool if they could do a dexterity saving throw. Like, that'd be super cool.
Okay, so you are aiming at the elf. All right. Is this a magic spell?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
It's a spell.
Yeah, they have magic resistance.
I know, I'm really hoping. Come on.
So we get
Come on.
here. She rolled really shit. She rolled an 11.
Really? She did?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
But she uses a legendary resistance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, you
Lex,
said
I'm
So
Lex
as you flick the finger, you watch as, now that you get a closer look, you could see part of her face that is like, part of it has been embedded with the obsidian, the other half has that draconic scaling, the gold scales. You look and just her eye flickers toward you, and the beam is like about to hit her, and you watch as she just shifts her like faster than you were anticipating, just shifts her body, and it hits the edge of the throne. You you destroy part of the arm of the throne there. But yeah.
yeah, okay. Did I say what level I was casting at?
No. I don't care which whenever you pick. That's on you. And I'm okay with that. This is the one shot. You pick whatever you want.
Fuck it. Okay, it would have been at the 6th level. I was trying to cast Disintegrate. So the spell automatically disintegrates a larger, smaller, non-magical object.
Yeah.
That was
So-
the part of the throne that you.
Throne
I would
is
say
just-
part of that just starts to deteriorate. Okay.
But nothing like fucky happens that the throne's been kind of.
Nope.
Okay, so nothing's
No.
like going down. Okay.
Okay. Is that it for you? Bonus action, movement.
You know what? I'm just gonna kind of use a little more of my movement and so it was like 10. 15,
You're just
20,
like,
25, 30. I'm just
Take
gonna like
this.
it saw me. Seeing that it fucked that up, they're just like slinking around the corner, just kind of like, hey, that
All right.
never happened.
So we're all seeing the chair kind of, or the throne kind of disintegrate.
That where she had just dropped from, that portion of the about a 10-foot square just completely just got obliterated, just as ash.
So
Like,
it looks like it's just a big fucking Fred.
Okay. Next up is Sir Varden.
Cool beans. I'm gonna move 30 feet. So, and then I'm gonna action dash.
Okay.
To get to right here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna action surge. And do all 3 attacks against this armored one.
Okay, so I'll say, just to kind of give you, because you do have the ring of jumping, you're gonna have to jump up. She's 15 feet up. So if you could, I'll say you can jump and land behind her or something. You could use that rubble to
Okay,
jump
cool.
and get behind her, but she is 15 feet up
Alright.
on that arm.
And then 3 attacks.
There you go. Yeah.
29 for the first one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait. 30 for the second.
Uh-huh.
I gotta check what I rolled on the first one, because I do have the criticals that hit on...
Oh, right.
Okay, never
Nice.
mind. We're good. No crits. And then the third attack... 23 to hit.
They all hit.
Alright. First one. This is the magic sword.
Mm-hmm.
First one is 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
Second one is 14.
Okay.
And 13. And just out of curiosity, is this person counting as a dragon because of their scales?
This is the tiefling.
Oh, okay, never
The
mind.
dragon is the other one. But
Okay.
no, they wouldn't be. I would let you know. They are still
okay,
the
cool.
one.
Well, that's all my stuff.
Okay. That's it for you. Next up is in the initiative is some of their actions. All right. Thrump and Jack. Trump. You, as you're shifting your attention to the throne where all this combat is happening, the angelic female screams in pain as the lightning from the bead crackles, and there's an explosion, a 30 feet explosion around her and the pillar. So I need both of y'all to make me dexterity saving throws.
Magical effect.
It is a magical effect, yes.
Sweet.
But I also can't be surprised, so it is at advantage
can't.
for me.
Yep,
So
you're.
I can see it.
Yep.
Barbarians,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah.
Are we within Carradine? We're in 30
No.
feet of you. It has to be 10 feet.
It's 10 feet, yeah.
I rolled an S, a very stout 8. Very stout.
Perfect.
Mind you, very stout.
The most stout. All right. DC is 15. So if you made the 15, you only take the max damage was 28 lightning damage. So half of that is 14.
14.
And she takes some damage as well. She is this. Okay. All right. Next up in initiative is going to be Jack. You just kind of avoided most of the brunt of the damage from that lightning blast. What is your go?
I'm going to do my first attack on this person.
Okay.
And that'll be okay. Natural 20, I guess.
Yeah. That
and
hits.
I'm using a maneuver.
Perfect.
So, oh fuck! I should have said it, but I didn't, so that's fine. We'll just do this, and then for the maneuver, I'm doing trip attack on this person.
Okay.
So strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Thank you. I don't have that. A 17.
That fails. They're prone.
All right.
All right.
How
The
much
rest of
damage?
my, huh?
How much was the total?
Oh
damage?
fuck! Sorry. Total damage. My superiority dice is shit. I believe it's a D10.
So you would double that because
Uh,
you crit.
right. Yes. For a total of 23 damage.
And she is knocked prone. All
Yeah.
right. And that's on
then
the
for-
tiefling, right? If I'm just to make sure that I'm
this
indicating
one.
right. Perfect
The-
tiefling. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then next attack is going towards this person.
Okay.
That's an 18 to hit, or a 31 to hit.
Yeah. 31's gonna hit.
For 8 damage.
All right.
And then for my third attack, I'm going to use sharpshooter. Which is 15 to hit.
15 to hit.
Yeah.
Does not hit. It hits. She just takes the arrow, or the bolt hits her shoulder with the armor, and she just deflects it off.
And then that's 3 attacks. I'm going to use my bonus action to use my crossbow feat to do a 4th attack
Okay.
using sharpshooter.
All right.
Yeah, no, 17.
All right. Yeah. Again, she takes it. Doesn't get hit. All right. Anything else for you?
That was my bonus action. My movement. I'm on Trump.
Okay.
I'm squared up.
Staying
right
put.
on Trump. So.
All right. Next up is going to be the female elf.
Shit. That was the person I just knocked prone, right?
No, it's
Oh,
the
okay.
tiefling.
Okay.
Kieran, she makes eye contact with you, and she charges.
What have you become?
I am
Better.
made.
You hear her say.
Am I
And
able to get an attack of opportunity on her as she runs by?
aren't you in the air? Flying up.
Yeah.
You were
Probably.
reaching toward the yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So she brandishes her. She has a great sword. Roll some damage here. Or attempt to hit. That's a 17
That
to
was a
hit.
roll. No.
Nope. Okay.
Not even close.
For the
Up the shield.
next. Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Nope.
Pretty sure AC is like 29, isn't it?
It's 24 right now.
And I just rolled a 24. I just rolled a 24. I rolled a 13 plus something.
Oh, is that a third attack?
She has 3 attacks. Yes,
Okay, you said 24 though.
it was a 24 exactly.
Shield.
You shield it. So she kind of is
29.
getting used to fighting you again, and
29.
she goes to hit, and you throw up that shield, and you see that she kind of anticipated it, but there was maybe that momentary forgetting, and she deflects off. But she lowers herself in her battle pose. It's her. Everything that her movements, all that is her. Next up is going to be Trumpf.
Sorry, missus, it's time for you to lose your fucking headpiece. Trump is going to charge into the elf who is... Yeah, you're
Sorry.
coming with me, Jack.
Just a reminder, this one is prone.
Yes,
But
I
also
wanted to
15
make-
feet up. But also
15
15
feet
feet
up.
up.
I don't
Okay,
think I can
okay.
make that
My
jump.
bad, my bad.
No,
Sorry.
because I think that makes it... I mean... Is there some roll I can make? 'Cause I think that's 45 feet to get to them. 5, 10...
You'd have to go around the rubble if you're trying to. I would say your horse hoofs would be struggling to find
I have
purchase.
a ring of free action, actually. So there's so rough
Magical.
terrain doesn't count for
Magical.
me.
Magical.
Okay.
I don't think so. I wanna double check that. Let me see.
Go ahead.
Sorry. A ring of free action, actually. Sorry. So it's a ring of free action. So it's it looks like while you wear this ring, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement. Yeah. So it doesn't cost me extra movement, I guess.
Okay, so you would be running
How
at
many
her.
would I do? 5,
Finding a
10,
place behind her would be kind of a struggle.
35.
Yeah,
So-
she's like right in the middle. Varden's right behind her. You can get to the seat maybe and try to attack her from the seat because she would only be about 5 feet from that point. But you can't. Yeah, you can't run at that angle because she would be kind of up, and there's no really way for you to get on it and swing effectively because where Varden is. Varden's essentially right behind her.
So it's 35 feet to get there. How high is?
She's
the...
15 feet up.
Okay, so how high is the rubble?
Well, the rubble's like next to it. I mean, you could get up on the rubble, but
So-
you would still be about 10 feet from her to make an attack.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so a more viable attack then would just be the elf.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, as far as like
Getting
on the
there
same
and being
level.
effective,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm gonna do that then, and I'm
Okay.
gonna charge. So that was 30. I'm gonna go here with that then, so I can get the 30 feet. So I'm
Okay.
going to charge attack.
All right.
I'm gonna do your nut in. With that, when I attack, since I am absolutely fucking raging, that's an advantage on attacks. Is that right? If you
No.
rage, or
It's only if it's reckless.
If you make a reckless attack, you can.
right. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna reckless attack.
Okay.
With all 3 of my regular attacks, and then I have a bonus attack because I'm charging. So let's as Mills Lane says, let's get it on. So 1 reckless attack. How does 23 do you?
That's gonna hit.
Great. Should you want me to roll the attacks first?
Go ahead and roll all the attacks first, and then we'll
Yeah. Cool.
compute them out. That'll be a lot easier.
Yeah. So that's 1 hit. That is a natural 20. So
Okay.
that's a critical.
Uh-huh.
One critical. 1 hit, 1 critical. 26.
Mm-hmm.
2 hits, 1 critical.
A lot of fucking dice.
Need so many dice. Last attack. 16. Missed.
16
So
second
two
hit.
hits, 1 critical.
Yep.
do the 2 hits first, if that's cool with you.
You could really roll. You would be rolling. I don't. What's your dice count?
It's kind of fucky because with this specific barbarian, I can
Okay.
re-roll weapon dice.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
any
okay.
hit.
Okay.
Get the higher one, so it's kind of advantage for damage. So. The first one's 15.
Okay.
It. So many hits. And then 14, so 29, and then damage. But I can take the better roll. So the first roll. Okay, give me a second.
No worries.
It's wild how many dice you roll when it gets up. Oh, the same thing. So it's 20 on the
I've been
critical.
calculating. What is your what? So 20. Okay, that was the last one. That was
20
it.
was
Yeah.
the total. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
then 29 plus 20,
So
49.
49 damage. Yeah.
49 damage.
Did you add your rage bonus to that?
No.
No.
I feel like I'm
So-
looking at a mirror.
So it's rage bonus is +3 right now, or +4.
It looks like plus 4.
So
Yeah.
plus
For
4
every
times
hit.
3 is 12.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I hate to dip in here, but you also have brutal critical,
What's
which
that
adds
mean?
which adds 2 additional weapon damage dice
To the 1 critical you got. Yeah.
to the
Oh yeah.
critical
So
dice,
roll 2 more dice.
2
2 more
more
d6s. Yes.
Or is it 4 more d6s? Because it's 2d6.
No, you
I'm
add
gonna-
2 more.
d6s.
You add 2
I'm
more.
Just gonna roll 2d6.
So many dice.
Yeah.
So many dice. Everybody,
Fuck ton
thank
of
you for
dice.
your patience.
Yeah, learning a new class at high level can be kind of rough.
Yeah, it's a
No
wild
worries.
thing.
So
But
7
that's
more.
well, get the better of 2 rolls. Yeah, I'll take the 7.
Yeah, you
Cool,
just
thanks, everyone.
unload on her, just bashing her, and she's not looking at you. She's just taking it each hit, and the blood that kind of spits from her mouth, it just falls right at Carradin's feet. She's focused on him. She's hyper focused on him.
Let's get those fucking teeth loose.
From anything else for you?
Just fucking.
All right.
Just anger
Um,
clumps.
It
Pony
is.
stamps around.
It is the tiefling's turn.
Trump is gonna be the only one that makes it out.
She presses down her hand. She pulls free the bolt that knocked her to the ground, and she pulls it out, and she stands.
Aye.
She was focused on Elise. Varden just unloaded attacks on her. She is going to. You watch as she closes her eyes, and everyone can see the Kania and Stygia beads glow, and the streams of where they were redirecting into the portal redirect to her hand as this swirling orb of frigid cold coalesces in her hand. And she grabs a hold of a singular sphere, and she throws it at Elise.
Oh, fuck.
It is this is a magical effect.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
It is essentially a modified version of Orb of Hellfire. So it is a 20-foot radius sphere. So that is going to hit. That is gonna. It's gonna.
Oh.
Elise, as it flies
Guys.
past you,
Death
it
Knight.
lands just above Jack's head, and explodes in a 20-foot radius.
I'm sorry for creating this NPC for
Orb,
y'all.
Orb of Hellfire is real good.
So everybody, even
Am I
Moreland,
outside of that?
Yerk.
Yerk is not going to be in it. It's a 20-foot. Actually, let me see. I will double check for you.
I think Vorden's out of range if it's over Jack.
It is going to be like right over Jack's head. So
I'm good. I'm fine.
yeah. So it's everybody in that sphere.
Even
is
their
going to be hit.
friend.
Even the friend.
Oh shit.
Oh.
So go ahead and make me dexterity saving throws, everyone. I think, luckily for y'all,
Trump gets the +5, and so does
Yeah.
Jack.
I don't.
And
Actually,
advantage because of danger sense.
yeah, it's a dexterity
Fucking
saving throw.
barbarians are stupid.
Yeah, they're sick.
They're so good.
They're sick.
It's fucking metal.
Okay,
It's
so
not a
I'm
great
gonna
roll, but still, I'll take it.
I'm gonna roll some damage here.
Barbarians are so good.
Yeah, I'm disappointed I haven't played one yet, but I'm
Okay.
excited to play one sometime.
Highly suggested, Caleb, for long.
So it is a
term.
magical
yeah.
effect. It is a magical effect. It is a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna spend a key point for Diamond Soul and re-roll that deck save.
Okay.
Nice.
So let me just mark off that key point. Where is it? It's so far away. So 21 for me.
21. All right. So the DC was 18.
Oh, I failed by 2.
No, Kira did. You have to survive.
Kieran, you have the +5, don't you?
Yeah, that was included.
Oh
No.
no.
Sorry.
The +5 is just included in all of my
Okay.
saves.
So this is broken up into 2 different
Yeah.
types of damage.
Orb of Fire
The,
is so bad.
the first one is cold. So it is 36 cold damage.
Quick question: does this count? So I'm looking at the thing. It's
Uh-huh.
up to you whether or not this counts. My Aura of Warding says resistance damage from spells. So I don't know if this would count.
It's not
for
a
that.
spell. It's just a magical
Okay.
effect. Yeah.
Full damage.
And 25 necrotic.
Oof, okay.
So if you
36 and
succeeded,
25?
we're having that. So,
Not so
oh
fast,
god,
Sam.
math. So for the cold, you take 18. For the necrotic, you take 12.
If you succeeded.
If you
and the
succeeded.
succeed was
It was an 18.
18. So
I'm pretty sure everyone, well, Jack succeeded and Ali succeeded. I think Trump and Kieran failed.
Hey, Kieran, I need you to take 14 less damage, my dude.
Thank you.
All right.
Get back in the fight.
But anybody who had resistance or succeeded essentially took 30 damage total if they aren't resistant to cold or necrotic. Because it's 18 and 12.
Right. Yes. All right. Varden, she looks over her shoulder and she hops down, so you can make an attack of opportunity if you want.
Hell
Do you have
yeah.
Sentinel?
No.
Okay. So because essentially it would have stopped her, right?
Yeah, I
At her
know.
place.
Yeah.
But
Whatever. I got this.
No worries.
I almost took
Here we go.
Sentinel.
Nat 20. Let's go.
It was 25 and 30?
Good vibes.
Sorry, 1 second. It was 36 and 25.
36 and 25 for a total of
26 to hit.
1?
Oh my god.
No,
Also,
25.
based on
61.
what Jack had told you guys initially about the group of people, right now we're only fighting 2 of them. But based on what he had told you, you would all know that their AC is 19.
Okay.
26 to hit.
26 to hit. Yeah, that hits. As you know.
Roll a 1 on the die, so 9 slashing damage.
9 slashing. All right.
Jack spilled the ding dang beans.
Oh wait, I didn't roll for her. 1 second, let me roll for her. Real quick. I didn't roll for the other one. That was a dex save. She might be out of it. Oh. And other magical effects. Okay, this counts. Oh wow, I'll let y'all know, I rolled a 4 and a natural 1. She failed. So that is 61 points of damage. Oof. Wait, she's resistant to some of that.
Yay.
She's resistant to the necrotic, so she would take the 36 full, and she would take
12.
12. Thank you. All right. Yeah, she went from looking not great to looking real fucking bad. All right. So she jumped down, and she is going to move. She's gonna move. She's gonna move around Elise to put herself here. Next up is Elise.
Question.
Yep.
Sorry, Lex. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries.
You, so far, you've had certain effects happen
Mhm.
to these pillars.
Mhm.
After the effect happens, are the, like, for instance, they did like some type of electrical attack after a certain thing happened. Are they dead now, or are they still alive and able to be tapped again?
You notice that the strands of magical energy that were flowing into the portal are not flowing there at the moment. Okay. But you imagine maybe there's a small recharge, and so that means that the 3 that have currently been activated don't have strands.
Excuse me.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
No worries. Elise, you are up.
Okay. Watching Freedom just launch this ball of magical energy at my friends. I'm just gonna shout, "You are supposed to be dead!" And I'm going to just fire. I'm gonna use my bonus action to use Sharpen the Blade for using 3 key points. To give my weapon attacks on my short bow +3 to attack and damage rolls.
Okay.
So let me just mark down 3. And I'm going to fire 2 arrows at Freedom.
All right.
Oh,
they took damage. Sorry.
So that's going to be a +14 to hit.
Oh, what's your total?
That's a 24 for the first one.
That is going to hit.
And then for the second one is a 22.
The second, that is a 22. Yes, that's going to hit.
Okay. And then for damage, that is 12 for the first hit and 13 for the second hit.
12 and 13. All right.
And that is my bonus action and action. I'm going to back away over here, still saying like roughly 15 feet in the air. I'm actually gonna go over
You flew down to her though to make those attacks?
They were short bow, so range.
Short bow, that's right. Thank you.
Ranged
Thank you.
attacks.
Perfect. All right. Next up is Kierden, pulling up the.
Okay, I'm just gonna scoot up by 1 to just double check, make sure I'm within 10 feet of both of these two. And that aura, I forgot, that 60-foot thing only lasted until like the next turn, so
There you go.
it is no longer in effect. Then I'm going to use, here's where we start getting fun. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to use Quicken Spell, and then I'm going to Quicken Spell Haste on myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I would like to make 3 attacks against her, as I see just everything in the fiendishness. Detect, like, my divine senses are telling me that she's a fiend. Kieran is going to raise his hammer and say, "Then I truly am the last." And then he's going to swing the hammer.
All right.
So that is... First attack is a crit for a 32.
Yes.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Second attack is a 23.
Mm-hmm.
And third attack is a 31.
Uh,
All right. And then on that crit, you know what's coming. Let me see. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That is going to be a 4th level smite
Yes.
okay.
on that first one.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, Sorkadin, baby. So I'm going to do these damages one at a time. So first, bludgeoning damage is 12 plus 7, 19 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you said she counts as a fiend, right?
She sure does.
Okay, so that adds an extra d8 onto that smite, so that is 6d8 doubled.
Roll that damage.
26, 52 points of damage, so that is 71 points of damage on the first hit. Explosion of divine light. How many of those do I have?
I like how the summation is just explosions, divine light.
And then for the other two, I'm going to drop back down to first level and do smites on the other two hits as well.
Okay.
So that's going to be first one is going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and that's 3d8 because she's a fiend.
Alexa sent you a message.
10 more, so 21 damage total, 11 bludgeoning, 10 radiant.
All right.
And then third hit is 15 bludgeoning and 16 radiant for 31 total.
All right. Kieran, how do you want to finish? You overkilled a little bit, but
Okay.
just a little bit. It's all right. But you committed to all 3 attacks against her, so I was letting you do all that damage. So you did like 100 plus damage to her. So how do you want to do this?
It's just, he just says that I truly am the last, and just swings, and it's just three hits in succession of just blinding flashes of white light that erupt off of it. Before the last one, he's just gonna like hold it up. The last one he holds up above his head, and he just says, "May you be released from whatever curse holds you," and just bring it straight down on top of her head.
There's a
Kieran's so cool.
disgusting crack of bone as she hits the ground, and you watch as she turns her face, and it like a slow creak, and you watch as her body begins to just melt. And you, Kieran, you know that fiends and devils, demons, when they're not on certain planes, don't stay dead. And she just bubbles, and you watch as the scales that were on her are all that remain. She's gone. Anything else for you, Kieran?
Nope, that's my turn.
All right.
The fuck was that?
Yeah. Trump doesn't look away, but his pupils get very.
Yeah.
They're looking into the sun.
Oh yeah, baby, just tiny little pupils.
Shutter
also,
shades come down.
I was so I was rereading parts of my character. When I reduce the attack on someone else, that same damage gets put onto the person who did the attack. The damage. So whenever I reduce Sam's laughs by from that
14.
14.
Like
So
that.
14.
Sure.
Let me
That's a
see
good
what
number.
kind of force damage.
Okay, yeah.
Equal.
I was
So-
going to
so
say
it's-
if it
it's
was
force
equal
damage, I don't
damage.
know.
All right. Yeah,
Not
that
equal,
work.
but force damage. So I don't know
Yeah.
if they have any resistance.
No, they don't.
Uh,
All right. Next up is Yerk.
Top of the order, guys. Back
Top
at
of
the
the order.
top.
There it is. We made it.
Round 2.
You're just watched all that shit be super effective after them, and they're just like, fuck.
Yerk, that spiritual connection, something that you're probably not used to embracing or feeling,
Oh, hell yeah.
as you threw that spell, it completely missed, but you watched her get completely obliterated. From behind you, coming from that pillar of black stone covered in blood, you hear a voice in Celestial. I don't even know if you know Celestial. I think you do.
I do.
You hear 8 voices all in one. Kill us. It's the only way.
Oh, that's so sad. Oh, no.
Oh,
Yurik's just like,
Oh no, I fucking called it.
oh, no. Oh, no. You're just like turns to like look at the Malbog one.
And they're all, as you turn to look, Stygia, all of them are looking at you. That you can visually see right now. Their eyes are looking right toward you.
Okay. You're just like for once in their life, hearing that they just sobered the fuck up.
Wow.
What you
Been
doing?
a couple of years. And okay. They're looking at it, they're just gonna close their eyes and they're just gonna make a fist. And I really hope this works. They're gonna go 6 seconds sober, bonus action sober up. You're just like very not erratically this time, very like smooth, that like kind of going back to like the bardic basics that they would have actually more so learned, kind of like flicking the wrist around.
Mhm.
And then this green energy goes towards their fingers and they're gonna cast disintegrate on that one.
Malbog.
Yeah.
Okay. They're considered a slew of things: restrained,
Yeah.
incapacitated.
So auto fail.
So they auto fail the dex save, and even with the plus 40, it is more than enough to completely destroy the celestial being's body, corrupt the celestial being's body, and there's a scream of pain as the bead cracks and explodes and just destroys the pillar. And you watch as you do this. Oh, I locked her, that's right. As you do this, part of the portal begins to flicker. Do anything else?
You're just kind of goes as the cat. They're just like, I'm sorry, as they do it, because they're like, ugh, this isn't their wheelhouse.
The fuck do you do?
That's who forever gets into my stash there, Jack. Don't
Okay.
fuck with me.
Yeah. all right.
Anything else for you, Yerk?
I haven't done this. You know, I'm gonna do bard shit. Bonus action. Just as they're saying that to Jack, I could give him bardic inspiration.
We love bardic inspiration.
We do.
What is that a D of?
D12.
Ooh, goddamn.
Level 16.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Next up is Sir Varden.
Oh, sorry. I would have moved.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
But I would
Go
have
where you
moved
need
like 30 feet in between kind of wherever these two are. Sorry.
No worries. Sir Varden.
Yeah, I'm thinking and sending you
No worries.
messages.
Okay. Be quick to respond.
Looking through all my stuff real quick. Well, first up, I think I'm just gonna post up right in front of this portal, just in case something comes running out of it.
Okay.
I don't want these people to get, you know, I don't want more devils coming in, that'd be bad.
Peering into the portal, you could see that there's like small, like almost like a tattered curtain. You can see bits of different types of layers of the hell. There's a place of frigid cold, place of molten fire, so you gotta get glimpses of that. It's almost maddening staring into it.
Okay, I won't stare into it. I'll turn my back to it. You know what? I'll stare into it, just in case something comes out. And I'll hold an action just in case something comes out of the portal, or if anything gets within anything harmful, like anything on this side that's mean, like comes up onto the throne. Anything that comes up onto the throne that isn't an ally,
Okay.
I'm gonna swing on.
All right. Okay.
And bonus action, I'm just gonna. I don't really need to do it, but I'm a little nervous, so I'm gonna do second wind. Just because I'm nervous. Portal stuff.
Okay.
That's a D10 plus 16. 4 plus 16. So 20. Alright. This all for me.
All for you. Yerk. As Yerk, you stand here, this is a layer action. As you stand there, you see the green light brighten coming from the gemstone, or the large stone there, and I need you to make me I need to make sure who I'm pulling this from. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. As a swarm of fiendish-looking insects just billow out. I think Yerk is the only. Yeah, Yerk is going to be the only one affected.
19.
18. All right. So you saved there. That is going to be. Rolling this really quickly.
Disintegrate. Pew.
That's rough though. You take 26 poison damage.
That's a half. Wow.
That's half, by the way.
That's half.
Yeah. We're high level. Of course it's half.
Okay.
All right. That's it for that. Jack, you are up.
All right. Okay. Where are the living? I mean, like, where's the one that was killed?
In front of Trump, south of Trump, left of Kierden was here. This is where the dead one body melted.
Sorry, I meant the Celestials.
Oh, the one that died?
It's just a red bead now.
This here.
This one.
pillar.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
And that red bead isn't.
It's going to be gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
integrated into the map. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Jack's just gonna look over at the disc, be like, "Yeah, sorry," and he's gonna do an attack on them.
Dis nuts. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
So you're taking a shot?
No
Yeah.
hard feelings, bro.
Yeah, and this is sharpshooter, so -5. 20
Yeah.
for a total of 22 damage.
All right. From the effects of the magic and the shot, where are you shooting? Going for the head? Going for heart?
Least pain.
Okay. I'm gonna say you know where that is.
Yep.
Sure. And you take the shot there, and you watch as the body explodes once again. The orb explodes out, and this body is gone.
Snap. Right in the medulla.
You have a few more attacks, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
The portal flickers a bit, Varden, you can see that.
Second attack, sharpshooter. I'm gonna aim for the furthest one over there.
Shifting your attention over the tiefling's head.
And -5, nat 1.
Use a bardic inspiration.
Not
That
on the
one's
nat
an
one.
auto miss.
Not to
Yeah,
be a
so-
wiener, but wouldn't you have disadvantage because there's a enemy within 5 feet?
No, because I have crossbow expert.
Oh shit! Yeah, buddy.
So, but you
Hell yeah.
do go wide. So
Yeah.
you do shoot a little bit wide.
Hell yeah.
Next time, use my shoulder to steady it.
He grabs his shoulder, tries again.
Sure. Go ahead and take advantage.
Ugh. Oh,
Give
okay.
yourself advantage.
All right.
This, the fucking
This is our
Ugh.
this is our last round of combat, so
17.
that's gonna hit. It's
Okay.
15. AC's 15. Just by the way,
All right.
they are stationary targets.
All right. And that is
Same.
wow, yeah, 22 damage.
That is to her. All right.
Yeah.
She...
To
Where are you shooting on her?
To Thegalos.
Where are you finishing her?
Same.
Yeah, going for that.
Yeah. Yep. The
It's a little gut-wrenching.
painless take her out.
Yeah,
That
another
type of thing.
explosion of energy explodes out, just decimating this pillar, and the portal flickers once more. Anything else?
Action surge.
All right.
Yep, I'm doing it. Doing that action surge. And so action surge, I'm going to I don't think I can see this one from my position.
Yeah, she's up. She's lifted up in the air.
Yeah.
I
can?
It's a tall pillar. Yeah, it's a tall pillar.
All right. Since they are the furthest from most of us, I'm going to aim for that one since
All right.
I don't know how the range of other people that I'm with.
No worries.
So I'll try to hit them. That's a 20 to hit.
That hits. How do you want to do
And
this?
this is
Essentially,
sharpshooter. I
you're
keep rolling max damage. I don't know what it is.
There it is.
22
Perfect.
damage.
The
dice are telling a tale.
Yeah, the dice are telling a tale. So you take another shot at her. You're just lining them up, knocking them out. She explodes as well, and the portal flickers.
All right. Going for Avernus this time for my
Alright,
second attack off of my
first
action
layer.
surge.
First layer, yes.
For a 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm. You finish her off. You don't even have to roll damage.
I
They have low
keep
enough.
rolling max.
Hey, it's perfect. You turn again, Jack. You were just you. There's a reason why you were brought along, called upon. You're just lining him up.
And then for my third attack off of my action surge, I'll be going for Mineros
All right.
That's a fun layer.
for a 26 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Another 6. I don't fucking get this. Is awesome.
There it is. Hey,
The
this is how it
spirit of
goes.
your dead grandma is just filling you, bud.
Yeah.
Another
Alright.
22 damage.
She explodes as well. Another explosion of energy out from her, and she's gone.
And then I guess, I mean, I could use my bonus action for something else, but right now it might be worth it. Bonus action, I'm going to use it as an attack instead of a couple other things I could do. On Stygia.
That's a cool layer too.
Mm.
And just so I don't miss, since this may be the last thing I do,
Only Trump needs to get out. And Kieran.
okay, all right, never mind. I don't have that. I thought I had one of those maneuvers where I could like aim. No. We'll just throw it out there. Here we go.
Good speed, goggles.
18 to hit.
Yes. She's a 18.
Okay. For 17 damage.
You finish her off as well. There's one remaining.
Hop
the
on,
portal is-
potato.
The portal is flickering. It's holding on for dear life. Don't know what energy is keeping it up at the moment. Aside from one. So anything else for you? Jack?
That just about exhausts everything that I have.
All right. Trump.
Looks back at Jack and goes, "Oh, I fucking get it."
Yeah, it's rough.
I start taking off after Maladomina. I believe that I can make it there, but I also evoke an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Most
Right on.
definitely.
Now are they going to attack me or Trump?
Mounted combat, technically they could go for whoever they want.
Yeah, they're gonna go for. Jack did a lot of fucking damage to their portal, so Jack is going for the. So he's going for Jack. She has a battle axe.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
I'm just imagining her like taking that battle axe to me as Trump takes off, and I'm just like
23 points of damage. Or not 23 points of damage, 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take. I will roll damage here. 1 second. A little bit of extra damage. Are you resistant to any kind of.
I'm not resistant to anything.
Okay, 26 points of damage. Okay.
Minus, because I'm going to use my reaction to reduce that damage.
Okay.
16.
And she takes 16 force.
And she takes 16 force damage.
All right. She kind
How
of
much
falls to
total?
a knee.
Sorry, how
you-
much?
You get back. Just take away.
24 8. Right? So it was 24 damage?
Sorry, no. Take away 26, but
Mhm.
add back 16.
Okay,
Oh,
thank
10
you.
damage.
So
Sorry.
10. There it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, thank you.
No worries. Trump, go ahead.
Yeah, I run up to the final one.
You kind of use your horse hoof to climb up a little bit, and you swing down at her.
Yeah, I'm really sorry this is the way it's got to be. Just,
Reckless.
All right.
Full on maul right across the head. Which is going to recklessly roll.
Oh, you do have a weapon too. Yay.
Yay. And it's a charge, but yeah, let's go. And how's the 19 do?
Mm-hmm.
Great. That is a yeah. And the damage is going to be. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
I'll use the bonus on this one. So it's either 12 or. It's better. 15 damage.
All right. She dies.
Great.
And the bead explodes, hitting Trump, Jack, and Yerk again. I need everybody to roll me a con save, please.
All right. Oof, that's rough.
The death damage is a little bit higher than the player action damage. So, if you rolled over, if it's 15, it's 48 total damage. So if you rolled below a 15, you take 48. If you rolled above that, you take 24. That is poison damage again.
I am going to use Indomitable to hopefully
Yeah, you
succeed on that.
Okay.
And that was a con save.
It was a con save, yes.
16.
You succeeded.
Okay, how much total damage was that again?
24. So it's 48 total, 24 if you
Yes.
succeeded.
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry.
I was trying to help.
No, it definitely helped. Anything else for you, Trump? You still technically have
I
some
mean,
stuff.
I don't know if I have much movement left.
Yeah, no, I think you
Phase,
got like,
yeah, 5, 10.
I'll give you like 15 more feet of movement if you want.
Then 1, 2, 3 towards that person, and I don't think I made it, but just looking at them, just point a finger.
All
And
right.
scream. It's a point of
You. Okay.
Bring the fucking pain!
She staggers a bit and gets right here, and you watch as she coalesces the last bit, whatever energy that she has, sacrificing her own being to create this final orb, and she slams it at her feet. She's going to do another. These are called Orbs of Bator, which is the
Hell
name
yeah.
of the 9 hells. So that is everybody within 20-foot radius. So I think that hits. I will pull the 20-foot radius here. Kieran, I think, yeah, you're just out of it, Kieran. I'm not going to count that because it doesn't go through halfway, but every Trump, Jack, and Elise, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh man.
Okay. Natural 19 for a 31.
Elise, I'm going to ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Her sacrificing herself, would that have any effect on
Yeah.
you? Go ahead and give yourself disadvantage on that roll.
Okay.
I got a flirty 20.
Okay. That saves.
Disadvantage was also a flirty 20.
All right. Really fucking high. Elise, I think you're okay because Dex saves your.
Yeah, I have evasion.
Yeah.
I think
Everybody who rolled below an 18, or if you rolled an 18 and up, is that everybody did that? Okay. It was 83 total. Halved is 41.
Okay.
Split between cold and necrotic. And she is dead.
Yeah, Trump saved Jack's life. That's for sure.
Okay. All right.
I think because of this, as a reaction to the disadvantage, or for the disadvantage, Elise is like flying towards her. It's like just screaming, "Don't!" Like, kind of.
Yeah, and she begins
flying
to
to
just
the center of the.
she begins to just melt away into black ichor. There is no more threats at the moment. Elise and Kieran, if y'all would like to do anything in these final moments, I'm gonna take over after this point, but I'm gonna let y'all have a final, if there's anything that you would like to do.
I think I just fly to her Freedom's remains, and I'm like trying to find any remnant of her equipment or anything that she might have been carrying, like even if her axe is still here. Just trying to find something of hers that remains on this plane.
You find a small token that you gifted to her, probably one of the last times you ever saw her. Whatever that token is, whatever that trinket is, remains. And you understand that that is whatever was holding, whatever little bit of humanity that she might have had left is contained with that lingering trinket.
I'm just gonna hold it to my heart and start crying.
Okay, Kieran.
So is the big portal still there at all, or?
It is.
Okay. Kieran doesn't know what's coming from that, so he's just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's gonna move to the base of the throne here, and he can do this. I think he can do this twice. No, he can only do this once. He is just gonna ready. He is just gonna ready himself. He's gonna ready an action to, just in case anything's coming through. He's gonna go into backup the captain here. He's gonna prepare a.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
He's going to prepare a channel divinity, Turn the Faithless, which has the ability to turn fiends if anything starts coming through.
Okay. Sir Varden.
Yeah. How's it going? Send you a message, just in case.
Go. Sorry. Yeah.
Just in case.
All right. Sir Varden.
Hey.
You're up close and personal with
Yeah,
this.
looking right into it.
You see a large, feminine, fully armored entity begin to step through. Kieran, your Turn the Faithless would activate. Unfortunately, she has legendary resistance, so doesn't matter. She's a massive entity. And as she steps through, her first movement with her gauntleted hand is to snatch Varden up by the throat. And she pulls him close and she smiles. And then everyone can hear this. You did. And she cuts his left hand. And as she does so, she sends, the hand just flies off. And she throws him into the portal. And she lifts her blade. And you watch as she turns it downward, aiming right at the seat of the throne. She looks to each of you. I suggest you run. And as she does, she brings her hand down, and there's a coalescing of like flame, and whatever this portal was made of or is being made of, she slams it down on top of her sword and it cracks into the stonework. And you feel the entire floor of this spire start to tremble and to shake. And you watch as she steps back. She steps back into the portal. Anybody who had over 100 HP, you survive. As the spire explodes. First, there's an internal implosion that happens as it pulls all the pieces together. Even if you take off running, trying to get to the stairs, you feel the walls constrict around you, and you are just stuck. And it explodes outward, and it sends anyone with 100 plus HP, just sends you flying with debris, heavily injured, heavily damaged. As you are lifted into the air, scattered to some part of the city, Trump, you slam into a building about right in half, and the building begins to just tip over, to crumble. And at that moment, the portal ceases to exist. Varden, you're looking on the other side, and you watch as this happens, as the portal gets smaller and smaller, and you begin to feel yourself shift.
Are my kids with me?
Yeah,
Okay.
waiting. The tower is gone. Completely destroyed. But at that last moment, those who remain, those who are living, whatever little bit of life that's left, you feel as the stasis spell takes effect. There's that moment of realization that maybe this city wasn't looking really out for you. Maybe you were never intended to come back. And as that happens, you know all what happens. This continent is fractured and broken. You don't know. You're stuck. Whatever pain, whatever anger, whatever sadness is on your mind, you hold that for thousands of years. Piece by piece, you could feel yourself slipping. Maybe it's madness. You don't know. And that's it.
Yay!
Thanks,
And Finn.
Lex. Thanks, Lex.
Thank you,
Of
Lex.
course.
Oh.
So
A
who?
little insight. I imagine each of us has something like this associated with their characters. But that flask that Jack was swigging from, that was his grandma's soup.
It was broth.
Aww.
My character, his hand becomes the hand that the party that the embers, the hand that the Embers of Autumn party have.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
so sick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got one finger left.
As
Yeah.
Oh, purple tiefling hand, yeah.
as Tromp gets jettisoned from that fucking tower,
Jack's with him.
he would fall. He's gonna fly and cut the tower. So when we had team top and team bottom, it's that tower that
Oh shit!
Tromp's body rips
Yeah.
in half.
Nice.
as he
Trump's
smashes
and
through.
Jack's body.
It's,
Okay.
it's those bodies that
The
rip
one
in
that
half.
like, oh, that's so sick. Like
Right.
oh yeah. That's cool.
And they would
Right.
have
Uh,
honestly, there would be no proof of their
Yeah.
bodies
Right,
remaining because
exactly.
they are
Or-
they would be
Mm.
decimated.
Yeah,
them
pitch
too.
perfect. Also, he would probably, if given enough time, would say in this order, Hellspar Hellbats, our fucking city. Like
Flying through the air, you
Hellspar
scream that.
Hellbats, our fucking city. As
Boom. So just for my notes, because we're still live, but that's fine. It's exciting. Who all made it out for my notes, so I know who's still alive in the stasis?
Elise made it out with 15 hit points.
Kieran?
Kieran made it out 28.
Oh, y'all
Oh,
subtracted the
see-
100 from it. Good.
Oh, yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I wanted y'all to do. Thank you. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think so. What really ended it for the trio, Yerk, Jack, and Trump was that
Oh, they're the ones who died. Okay.
that potentially, I think some of y'all was that
Getting up close to that one.
mhm.
Yeah.
And it just
Yeah.
worked out to me. I was like, oh, I didn't think any of y'all would die. I was like, oh shit, there's gonna be a lot of survivors. And then when Trump was like, I'm gonna run up to it, and bash it, I was like,
So Kieran
I'll have
and...
time to do a mass cure wounds by the end. No.
No.
no ranged weapons.
Mm.
yeah.
I also just I think that if that last explosion before the final one, Kieran was like on the edge of it. I don't know. I don't remember how much damage that did, but I'm pretty sure it would have been.
100.
81 total.
Oh yeah, that
If
would have
you
been
fail.
well.
It was half to 40.
It
Yeah, that
was
would've
poison,
brought-
but it was also poison, and it was
Oh okay, 'cause I'm
necrotic.
resistant to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Uh,
probably would have
so-
been, I don't know.
Thank
I
goodness
might have
for
I
evasion.
survived that,
All I'm gonna
but Kieran had like death come within inches of his
You had a
face
couple fiendish insects like fly into your mouth because that
I-
was like the bug one.
I,
It was the nasty one.
I didn't expect the collection just to be like, fuck off. It's like, oh, that's great. I like that. So,
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was to implant the knowledge that some deal was made.
So, just to clarify, Elise and Kieran got out before the stasis went into effect,
No.
or we're alive in the
You're
stasis?
mid explosion wherever.
Okay.
Oh.
Kieran and or Elise, I imagine you were trying to probably fly off,
Yeah.
and you're hitting that residual like.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Yeah.
explosion
I'm
had
somewhere
settled.
in the
So
air.
y'all,
Yeah.
well, the explosion had settled at that point. So
Mhm.
the tower is gone. There's no
Yeah.
remnants of the tower because of what she did. So y'all are somewhere. Poor little Drake is probably not alive. I don't think.
Oh.
it's
The
you
steed,
summon it
yeah,
through a
yeah,
spell,
yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah.
So, like,
Um,
Kieran's, like, last thought that he's stuck in for the stasis is just,
Oh no, sorry. Actually, for what Kieran would be doing, 'cause it exploded.
Yeah.
And then how soon after did the stasis happen?
It was like, so the moment that the tower pretty much was just so those cracks along the tower
Yeah.
was indicated that the tower was being corrupted and consumed by whatever portal this was. So essentially, it's almost like a vacuum. So it imploded in, and as it exploded out, like it just essentially was like a black hole, like the proof of whatever was there. Asmodeus's one of his little bastions within the city, completely gone, no proof.
Okay. So, but how soon after the explosion did the stasis take effect?
Just enough probably for you to like process maybe what
Okay.
was going on, but there was that I was saying, whatever lingering thought y'all had, like Elise, I imagine, was heartbroken.
Yeah. Not paying
grief-stricken.
any attention to that portal.
Yeah.
Fuck, that portal can go fuck off.
So wherever I'm gonna let you and Justin can get with that, but yeah,
Okay.
there's
I
two
wanna
within this
talk
party.
Kieran.
yeah.
Yeah,
Two
my
within this party.
my thinking is Kieran would have actually been jumping towards where the sword was stabbed in, like mid cast of protection from evil and good, which is the closest thing he's got, just trying to contain it before it just blasted him in the face.
The Adventures of Punch Birdie and Potato.
Punch Birdie and Potato. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It was
Yeah,
a lot of fun to write
It was
up.
a lot of fun. Thank
I
you
had
for
so many things.
letting me play in
Yeah.
my world.
Yeah,
That's
of
a really
course.
special thing. That was awesome.
Dude,
Happy birthday, Justin!
Happy
I love the
birthday.
work you put into
Happy
these
birthday.
maps too. That was really awesome.
Maps are amazing.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed it.
I love that it was, the grid snapping, super helpful as well.
Just
Just made things
this is
seamless.
this
Yeah.
is I hope this is anticipation for campaign 3. You will get maps like this. I put work into all that. Maybe not as detailed because I had a little extra time to work on these. But there will be, yeah, it's like that. So I really enjoyed it. I'm really glad it kind of worked out pretty well.
I really like this tracing feature. I mean, maybe it's just me, but that tracing feature is kind of fun.
They're doing
Yeah,
a version 2, which you will essentially have a profile that you can you'll have to like make an account with them, but it's like all free. And if I'm hosting it, all you do is jump into the room that I make, and there's going to be more fun tools to use. But outside of that, I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed all of those characters. They were all so great. They all had personality, which I was scared, one shots it could be a little bland and lacking, but no, it all worked out.
Yerk's just hoping that they get to be Euphorics Dust now. They're like, you know what? This is it. The circle's complete, bitches. Their notes have gone off in the world on how to refine it for all the good drugs. Like, that is their legacy.
Last words are just like,
go back.
Smoke me.
Smoke me.
Smoke me.
You guys don't really have a reason to go back, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't explore the center of the city last time.
There is no center of the city.
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
gone.
But thanks, Lex. That was awesome.
Of course.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Tomorrow we're not doing anything. We're doing something to ourselves privately tomorrow. Just doing a little sessions here for Kids on Brooms. And then next Wednesday we're back with Embers of Autumn. So.
And hopefully Sunday.
And hopefully Sunday for Codex Legendarium, because I want to do my backstory stuff. So.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Night.